going to go for a round two. He's going to go for the knock. Goes for the roll now. And he's spotted Sivio. Looks for the clip, but he's not going to be able to get it. Jumps out instead, but goes down.
Moving forward, trying to get a better position using the smoker's advantage. Drives straight in.
Out instead, but goes down. Now it's just Portal alive. For Soul in a 1v1, but he cannot do it.
Hello everyone and welcome back to PMCO 2020 Spring Split South Asia Group Stages. My name is Varun Super Johnny John, being joined on the disc by none other than Ocean Sharma. And today is day number 5. We have been through the first 4 exciting, thrilling days of matches, and today it's going to be the turn for Group A and C. And Ocean, you have something interesting to tell us, right?
Yeah, I mean, I have a lot of interesting things to tell to the lovely audience that will be joining us, to be honest, as of now. But then the major factor is that Group A and C. Let's talk about that group, those groups. See, yesterday it was B and D. And yesterday some teams had an amazing chance to, turn the tables. And Nepali Ho Ni came out, their rivals X.
Yeah, exactly.
Did incredible work out. Their rivals Divine and rivals Noob. See, if you guys are, I know, even if those teams are not playing today, they'll be joining the stream for sure. So if you guys are joining out their rival squad, that was an incredible. Those were 2 incredible games that you had on Sanhok and obviously on Miramar as well. So I would like to see what they can, see in today's game, because the teams that are not playing, they'll be joining to see the mentality of the players who are playing. So that is one of the things. And meanwhile, NHN coming up on the top of the leaderboards. But if we have to say today, Elementrix has that in them, that Elementrix ended up their day on the top when they were playing.
Yeah.
So right now they would like to regain that position.
Yeah, other than that, JAZEERA pulling up an amazing performance on Vikendi, and NRC showing up big as well. That was something that happened yesterday, but this time around, before we start off the day, let's once again have a look at the points distribution system and see how many teams points get, where they placed, and for the kills as well. First position is going to give you 22nd, 14, third is going to give you 10, fourth is going to give you 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, going 1 down. Till the 10th position, you get 2 points. From 11 to 16, you get 1 point, and you get 1 point for every single kill you get. So we have seen this volatility come into play, wherein teams that are lower in the standings should just be playing for position, and then they start to climb on. All you have to do is stay in the top 24 to qualify for the semi-final stage. Yeah. That is all you are required. So teams in the lower standings are going to have trouble. But we have groups on our screens, and by now you have been used to these teams. You know which teams are strong, which teams are not doing so well. SOLTISQUAD on the other side, a lot of expectations not performing well. JAZEERA and NRC from Group B stepping up big. This time around, Group C, Trust D process once again not doing that hard, but a lot of expectations. TM officials in the last table, quite unfortunate. On the other side, from Group B, we have INES, R3D Devils, Wolves Den. All 3 teams have been putting up an amazing performance. Team 7C, we should keep our eyes on our rules from that side.
I mean, yeah, and the schedule for all the matches is right in front of you, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. 5:30, we start off with Erangel, then we'll go to Sanhok, the fast-paced map, and obviously Miramar, that wants to pick up slow, but then people are so into that competitive thing that they just want kills. And so Miramar also sometimes feels like Sanhok when you just stand out on your favorite spot and there are people around you. And then finally, it is the unpredictable Vikendi, because we have predicted that the zone is always in water, but since last 2 days, the zone is kind of favoring land. So unpredictability on the charts, even we cannot predict it. We cannot just, we are not able to understand what Vikendi is playing, because Vikendi is playing with the minds of the teams. It's playing with the minds of casters as well. It's I don't know. And overall, Vikendi is winning each and everything, if we have to say best map.
Yeah, and as you said, overall, let's have a look at the overall standings as well before we start the day off. and see where the teams are going to start things out. We have Nepali Ho Ni on number 1 position with 151 points. On the second, we have Rivals X. Third has been taken by A1 Esports, and the team that Ocean mentioned, Elementrix, are going to be playing today from Group A on the 4th position. On the other side, another team that was destroying everyone was PNGaming until Elementrix actually took the win on Vikendi on their play day. PNGaming sitting on the 5th. Wolf's Den is there as well on the 6th. Look at this. Trusty Process climbing up.
Look at one thing. Elementrix
Yeah.
has 39 kills.
Yeah.
Nepali Ho Ni has 60. I mean, they are in top 5 with just 39 kills in that top 5 marker, and they have 64 kills to actually climb up to top. So I would like to see what does Elementrix do, because both teams have a similar amount of chicken dinners, obviously. Placement points 87 and 73, but Elementrix, imagine if they step up their kill game to an incredible number where they can go, because that 112 point mark can easily come up to 151. I mean, seriously, that thing can happen if we have to go. And moreover, there is just one team in this top 5 that has just one chicken dinner, that is PNGaming. But other than that, I think Elementrix, if they hit up the 3rd chicken dinner mark or even 4th chicken dinner mark today, I think they can easily rack up that first spot.
Yeah, they can try and go for that first position spot. On the other side, let's have a look at the next 8. As I was talking about, Team Extreme putting up amazing numbers on the table, are on the 9th position right now. INES on the 10th. Ultimate Bang is going to be on the 11th. SOLTISQUAD on the 12th. Team PYRO on the 13th. Vibes on the 14th. JyanMaara on the 15th. And Damn Classy on the 16th. SOLTISQUAD on the 12th position. They are climbing up slowly and steadily, but still, it is going to take them a while to get there in the top 8, because from these teams, that is sort of the kind of position you want to see from them. On the other side, moving on to the next 8, we have KTM Rage on the 17th, Deadeye Guys on the 18th, BB ByeBye on the 19th, R3D Devils on the 20th, Team Hype on the 21st, JAZEERA on the 22nd, WGxNoRules, NRC, as you see there, tag in-game on the 23rd, 1971 Gladiators on the 24th.
Yeah, but after this is the table that needs to step up their game, otherwise it's not gonna be their thing, because Team 7C is on 25, Mad G slowly climbing up the ladder, but still at 26, SBA 27, my friends, KSX on your screen 28, DF Rio on 29, Team T2K 30th, TM officials and Red Light are actually in that red zone as of now, because they are on 31st and 32nd with 21 and 20 points. The point difference, 151 to 21. See,
Yeah.
there's a big ladder that you'll have to climb. I mean, obviously, at this point, TM and Red Light cannot climb it to that point. But if they can do is go for a survival, and slowly go up for that on that ladder. If in top 24, or maybe if they go for top 20, that will be good for them while position points. But then one team that is playing today, Elementrix, that will be looking for the first position, and one team that already has the first position, that is Nepali Ho Ni. So let's just look at their stats, at what is keeping them at first and what will Elementrix go for. 64 kills in NHN's bag and 39 on Elementrix. 111. I mean, the damage amount that NHN has. We talked about this yesterday as well. But then 8,638. I think Elementrix would like to go to 10,000 mark as well.
Yeah, that is definitely going to be it. And now, once again, hitting the 10,000 mark first in Nepali Ho Ni, but healing done. Look at that as well. Nepali Ho Ni 42-48. On the other side, Elementrix 29-41. And we talked about this. Yesterday, the stats were a little bit off from the teams that we compared. That was Elementrix and A1 Esports, just because A1 Esports was, they still had played 4 games when we saw their stats before the day started yesterday. But this time around, both these teams are sitting on 8 games each. So compare this. 39 kills in 8 games, 64 in 8 games, 8,000 damage in 8 games, 11,000 damage in 8 games, 2,900 healing in 8 games, 4,200. That just shows that the difference in the play style of these teams.
Yeah.
Elementrix are always passive, like to play safe, like to play for position, do not engage in a fight unless it is the option for them. It is the optimal option for them. On the other side, Nepali Ho Ni, they don't care who you are. They will just fight you if they see you.
I mean, exactly. They have 64 kills in 8 games. My point exactly. And 39 kills in 8 games. Yet they were dominating the table and they would like to go for it right now. Today it will be 12 games for them at the end of the day. But then I would like to see if they can actually beat that 64 kill mark. If they go for it, maybe they'll be having a different strategy of going a bit more passive, a bit more aggressive, passively aggressive, depending upon their zone rotations and how they, barge inside the zone, because each and every small thing is going to matter for the players. Right now, Elementrix knows a lot of it is on Sig. No doubt they are actually at a really safe spot, but then a lot of is there on stake if they want to hit that top position. And to be honest, Elementrix, if I'm not wrong, they will be prepared for that thing.
Yeah, they have to be prepared for that. On the other side, kills, having that many kills is just going to push you up even further. And we have seen that as well yesterday, where it was just one extra kill resulting in a team finishing up a little bit higher.
Yeah.
But in the end, the games are just to qualify for the semi-finals of this PMCO 2020 Spring Split South Asia. And points are just points.
Yeah, that is totally 2 points are just points. But then I would like to ask you guys and you also one question, one simple question before the match starts actually. Which area, which landing spot in Erangel do you think is really underrated? I'm not talking about Giorgio, Pochinki, Novo, Military. Those are the areas where players land. Which is the most underrated area according to you guys? You guys just can comment it down and what's your opinion?
Ruins.
That's a good one actually. That's a good one because suppose, see, if the final circle is on the ruins area, you kind of have a lot of areas to, have a cover for yourself.
There are a lot of mountains, a lot of cover, a lot of foliage as well that you can hide behind. On the other side,
I'll go for Water City.
There's a lot of Water City is good as well. Just the problem that I have with Water City is like it's too hard to fight in.
That's why that's the best thing. See, people can fight on land. People know the rotations of each and every areas. But then when there is
you're an Elementrix supporter. I'm a Nepali Ho Ni supporter. I like to fight, man. I love myself a brawl. So it's usually in the hot drops, Georgia Pole is something that people prefer when you're in the, going for the early fights. Other than that, military base is a good place as well. But ruins feels really underrated just because you hardly ever see people go there. The people who go there usually go to loot, are not willing to fight you. If you actually start shooting at them, they'll just try and run away.
That's totally right. So guys, just keep on commenting down below. Keep on spamming your favorite teams, and also what area in Erangel do you think is really underrated? Because you see, once we go home, we like to check out the streams as well. And sometimes when we are sitting on the break, we like to check out the streams and all the comments and everything. And to be honest, while checking out comments and all, I would like to give, I don't know if I'm eligible for that, but I would like to give a huge shout out to the moderators. See, moderators are doing an incredible job, moderating each and every chat, trying to find what is good, what is wrong, and how the chat is going good with the brotherly feeling. There are so many countries actually fighting. You see, Nepal is out there, Bangladesh is out there, and then Sri Lanka is out there, Maldives is out there. So all of these countries in South Asian region are fighting to show that why they are the best, why their teams are the best. So if anything, a huge shout out to moderators. So that's one incredible thing.
Yeah, another incredible thing apart from our mods, let's have a look at two incredible players and see which one is going to be overpowering the other. We have Tamim from the side of BB ByeBye going up against rivals Noob. And oh, look at this, Ocean. The stats look so similar for these guys. 15 kills on both of them, 3100 damage to 3000 damage. Healing done 1139 to 1225. Distance travel 48 to 40. Headshots 3 to 2. Average survival time 18 minutes to 22 minutes. This is so even.
I mean, this is totally an even
Are they
field.
brothers?
But Tamim is gonna pick up the pace because today Tamim is gonna play. And once Tamim plays, it's gonna be a beauty to watch him because those 15 kills, he would like to take it to 20 maybe. He would like to take it to 25 maybe. Maybe he does 2 1v4s. You never know what comes your way because obviously Tamim is learning his opponents as he's playing. So his rivals know. Each and every player is learning. I know what kind of calls people give in competitive. Suppose they are playing the first match, they'll be like, let's just rush. Let's just kill. And once they are playing the second match, they'll be like, no, let's just be a little bit passive.
Yeah.
When they are playing fourth game, they'll be like, I'll rush in, you guys give cover, I'll try to go for entry flag. So there are different strategies that get involved when you actually, start understanding your opponent. It's like an artificial intelligence that learns by itself. So other players, I mean, players are not artificial intelligence, sorry. Players learn by each and every game, like what is happening, how they want to proceed, how they want to strategize their gameplay, what will a supporter do, what will a flanker do, what will a sniper do, and each and everything counts. See, in this game, there are 4 pillars of the game, that as I like to say: landing, looting, rushing, and survival. Your landing zone actually matters. Your looting things actually matter. Suppose if you have a UMP, you are not good with the UMP, obviously you are gonna lose that fight. If you get an AKM, you're not good with AKM, you're gonna lose that fight. So all those things matter. And talking about landing, looting, rushing, survival, we are in the first game. Let's see which team actually lands where, which team rushes where, which team survives till the end. Because this is the first game, ladies and gentlemen. Shooting range to Novo, Repnoi, Rozok, School, Shelter, Milta, Farm, Pochinki, Ruins.
Wow.
I mean, your
everything
favorite
is
and my
open.
favorite
Yeah.
areas around it.
Basically everything is open. You can glide over to Georgopol this time around if you want. Military base is going to be available to you as well. Novo, Milta, as Ocean said. This is the trajectory I think everyone dreams of, Ocean. You can literally go to whatever place you
mean-
wish for. Other, like, unless you want to go to Primorsk or
Or
Ferry
Spawn
Pier
Island, maybe.
Yeah. Spawn Island, you'll have to go for a swim.
I love swimming. I don't know. Then guys.
Remember the interesting situations, the games that we have casted? We just saw a team go in on a boat, and it was on Sanhok. The team just went for a ride around the entire map once.
That was ultimate bang,
Yeah.
if we're not wrong. And Vibes is going to Zaki as Vibes had it in them, and that is seeming like a really good thing. As you can see, PNGaming on the other end is going to contest to Mad G, if I'm not wrong, because both the teams are dropping on Severny and Stalber. Mad G's blah 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 is going to Stalber area. BB and T2K are near around Georgopol area. Hype is going for their Ruin split drop. SBA, I think 3 teams are dropping Pochinki, if I'm not
Yeah.
wrong.
Yeah, that is in fact 3 teams going over to the side of Pochinki. But look at this, Ocean, over on the side of Severny. Oh, we have the first circle in the northern area of the map, northwestern. Severny players are going to be a little bit safe. Pochinki players are going to be really, really happy this time around. But on the other side, Vibes on the extreme northwestern side of the map are all alone, uncontested. And who even heads there in the year 2020 anymore? That place, as you pointed out, Ruins on Miramar was an abandoned spot. Zarki on Sanhok has been an abandoned spot as well.
That is true, but ladies and gentlemen, look at this thing. Rivals, SBA and Team Mercenaries. See, Mercenaries is second last right now. They would not want to end this game at the early stage.
Yeah.
If they can rack up 8 kills, all the 8 kills of the teams that there is, but do you think that Rivals gonna let them? Do you think that SBA is gonna let them? Because the Rivals, see, players out here want those kills numbers. Players out here want those survival numbers. So if anything happens, I think teams will be ready for it. Team Mercenary on the other end, Insane and Shiku at one apartment. See, there is a chronology. Rival Slayer, that area is known as Bronx in Pochinki. The calls of Pochinki are like this, ladies and gentlemen. Just listen to them. Where SBA is, that area is known as Reservation. SBA Hunk is in Reservation right now. SBA Nero is in the tower, and this is the highest tower. And he has spotted Noob, if I'm not wrong. And yes, Noob is on the southern Bronx. So these are all the calls of Pochinki, and you need to actually listen to the calls, because no player can just go enemies ahead and there is an opponent. You need to listen and learn how those calls can be, and Molotov can actually be useful out here, because Noob, if he is spotted, then he will get some damage, but then Nero knows that the player has jumped out. He is going for some other area. So for now, he is safe. And TM on the other hand playing a bit passive. I think it's a good start for them.
Yeah, it is going to be definitely a good start for these guys, because I was a little worried when initially we saw them land on Pochinki, because this is not a ladder game. This is a competitive game. You have to be careful if you're trying and going for or if you're trying to go for a hotspot, because you can definitely be contested, and fighting in hotspots against teams that are better than you can be really, really difficult for your side, especially if you're not doing that great right now. You have to be a little bit more careful. TM, I would suggest they just lie down, wait for the fight to first happen, then use the opportunity to run away and survive to the later stages. As I said, racking up points slowly and steadily is going to allow you to stay in the tournament longer, and that is something that you have to worry about at this point. TM especially not doing too hot are one of the bottom teams. On the other side, look at this. TDP, they are going to be happy with this.
TDP will be happy, but because today INES is not here. You remember that day INES actually took down one player from TDP at the early stage in Novoripnoi. So Novoripnoi containers and Georgopol containers, guys. Georgopol is being dominated by T2K right now. That the name was trained to kill. They have a Dacia in their hands, as Bolihang was going around that Dacia area. So this is your zone. And see, TDP, Elementrix. Look at Elementrix drop. Elementrix, if you guys recall a team from India stage, that is IND.
Yeah.
IND goes for this drop. Elementrix Shagar is on the military side, and Orange and Puman are on the other side. So that means they are actually doing an incredible work when it comes to bridge blocking.
Yeah, that is definitely one of the strat from the books of IND, and we have to see if they can actually manage to pull it off, because being 2-2 split is something really, really difficult, especially on great distances, and that was something that IND did. But on the other hand, they used to fall back and regroup really fast as well. They would actually just loot and then regroup immediately. Would not stay to take any fights, and that's how they actually managed to survive. Over on the other side, Mr. Hughes, he is getting so lucky with all this loot that he's finding. The man is just going to be happy. And on the other side, Shagar, the C buildings, the 3 building compound on the military base, that is a good place. But on the other side, if this is, as I was saying earlier, this is not a ladder game, this is a competitive spot. See, this is what happens in competitive games. Usually the hot drops just go uncontested because people have to be careful. People have to worry about the fact and take into account that if an engagement happens, the other team is going to be fighting with the same advantage as you. And in competitive, you do not want that. You don't fight fair. You always fight with every single thing that can be in your favor being in your favor.
Yeah, you actually fight with all those things, all those, small, even the little of the utilities count. Hype SK49 guys on your screen, as you can see, he is trying to move to his players. That is Hype Gurkha, Hype Venom, and Hype Prototype, obviously. So we'll have to see how these fights actually happen, because Hype is kind of doing nominal, if you would like to say. So if anything, we'll have to see how the status changes. And this area, TM moved from Pochinki to the backside of school compartment, because as of now they know if they took a fight, maybe they can dominate the other team. But what if they actually lost that fight? Then it's not going to be good for them. So for now, TM is making a wise choice. They do not want to be the first team to be eliminated. Obviously, I mean, no team want to be the first to be eliminated. We'll have to see how the situations change, how the strategies change, and how all of the scenarios change as the circle is gonna close. We are 6 minutes and 50 seconds into the game, ladies and gentlemen. The circle will be closing in less than 15 to 20 minutes. Let's see how the game proceeds.
Ocean, is this the first day we have gone 6 minutes without the kills? How are we going to survive, man? It is going to be tough, definitely, because since this tournament started, people have just been going out. But I think that it was high time that the teams realize now every single point is going to matter, and they are just going to play it to their full potential without rushing and just being calm and playing the game at their own pace. On the other side, right now, we do see T2K train to kill. They are done with all their looting, are going to just take a car and are going to leave Georgia Pool just sitting there with all the bunkers. Probably a ship is going to try and come and pick up the delivery.
Probably we'll have to see how it happens. But DE Wadusa, as you can see, has been spotted on that side. And Hype Gurkha YT, they want to take some kills. They want it, but then look at DE's position. DE is looking really, really good. And we'll have to see, will DE try to move to other direction? Because where DE is moving, there is one team, and they are also trying to spray on DE, as you can see in the mini-map area. We'll have to see what happens, because Illusion Sir is low on health. Might have been the first knock of the game, but Hype is also ready on one direction. So we'll have to see. And Illusion Sir falls off his car. The first blood comes out like this. This should not be happening like this. He just fell out of a car.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh boy,
free kill out there, ladies and gentlemen. Free kill. Hype,
Wait,
you can go for it. Gurkha is moving for it.
I was worried they did not see it, but I guess Gurkha is just going to check it. Yeah, he just took a U-turn to drop his bike. Now is going to peek over that ridge. Is going to try and spot out the players from the side of DE, but was looking in the wrong direction. Is going to try and use that third-person perspective free look to try and see if he can get a sneak peek on over to the side of DE. But look at this. Ocean. Oh, in the far out distance on the horizon, we do see PNGaming coming in, and Blend is going to get shot at. On the other side, Mafia is there as well, but DE, they have given away their position. Now, Hype and PN, are they going to go in and engage on this fight? But we have the first airdrop coming in with the AWM, the suppressor for the sniper as well, and the level 3 kit with the armor helmet backpack, and the ammo for the AWM, obviously, with the Magnum bullets. But now, once again, the first blue zone is coming in. Over on the other side, JyanMaara, he is still quite separated from his team right on the northwestern edge of the map, and he has to regroup and fall back with his comrades if he wants to survive that one. Otherwise, we have seen what the blue zone can do if you give it away a lot of time.
Yep, that is totally true. Right now, see, there are a few things that I would like to talk about. Team Hype is kind of in the middle, as we were talking, right? Team Hype is kind of in the middle of the points table. So what they need to do is they'll have to go for good games. Nevertheless, they cannot afford any more bad games. And by them, if they want to go for a normal run, they'll have to come up in top 6, top 7, top 8. That can be a bit decent. Meanwhile, TDP, as you guys can see, TDP Utsaga is moving solo. He just crosses the zone line. He is inside the circle. 30 seconds more and the circle is going to contract. If you give prior, position to the zone, if you give that excellence to the zone, that you need to move into the zone as soon as you can, then you won't be having a fight with the zone. Otherwise, you're going to have two kind of fights. You'll be fighting from your opponents and also from the zone, because you'll have to move into the zone as soon as you can, as soon as you want to, as soon as you can get to the zone, because that is going to create some problem. Team number 15 on the other end is really close to RL Bot Shot, but Bot Shot would like to move as soon as he can. But TDP on the other end is trying to get as close as they can, and team number 15, as you can see, is trying to spot some kills. But out here, DE rated sir finds Pyro. He has one more shot. Can he do it? Not right now. That is so safe. Look at that. He was out there with one HP and did not stop his car. If he had done that, that would have been a bit of a problem. But PNFSec also was trying to go for some shots. As of now, once again, his opponents are safe. But for how long, that will be a question. These guys have a good ridge. They have good cars. They have good vehicle area. They have good vehicle support if the zone shifts. And they have a good cover support from those bridges. Meanwhile, Bot Shot has been spotted and he is safe. Myth ES pops a first aid. His level 2 vest is kind of broken. Pyro Travis is looking to go for another area. Smoking ES, they have a good compound in their hand, and this compound is not an easy one to take a fight on.
Yeah, but Ocean, that would have been a good ridge if they were not being engaged upon from all the sides. They are going to be in trouble soon, but the teammates, they have to be careful. Look at this, JMX, the players just hiding in a small little crater in there. This could be really sneaky if someone actually tries to bypass them on over to the side of the shooting range. But D-rated, sir, he is going to spot out the team of MG as well. Matt G on the other side, blah, 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 has stopped his car on the slope of the hill. Is going to get shot at from that Mini 14, but he is going to take some damage, and then he is just going to rotate out of there. On the other side, the information being handed over to the side of Matt G as to where the players from the side of DE are, and this could spell trouble for them. How many teams have they engaged upon so far? How many teams have gotten away with this information that this team is sitting there, and how many teams are going to come back to finish off these kills? But we have the second airdrop coming in with the M249 and the tag stock. And Shagar was already there for it, waiting. On the other side was that RLE with one player already being knocked down. He is going to get revived. But how long can this team survive? Let's have a look at the minimap and see where the next circle is going to be. Shooting range right in the area. Over on the other side, the Northern Resort and PNGaming are in the perfect spot. On the other side, look at this. PYRO Gaming are closing in as well. And the cluster of the teams, they are going to fall in line. On the other side, Elementrix, they are going to have a hard rotation. They are outside the zone. They are going to have to come in, and when they do, they will have to go through at least 3 teams to make it in there. But Hype SK just putting up a show for everyone else, knocking down one player from the side of Mad G, Gurkha, and Prototype. They are going to spot a few themselves as well. Now, going for the fight, some damage being dealt to the side of Manny, but on the other side, they have to be careful because one of the players from the side of Hype, he was quite split up. If he was not spotted, he could actually destroy the entire side of Hype himself. Matt G, they are planning a setup, but can they actually make it successful? Over on the other side, we do see another team trying to pass by. It is team number 12, team T2K, trained to kill. The players who were on the side of Georgia Pole, you can see their car heading into the horizon, and they are just going to avoid this fight entirely. Oh, wait, did they just fall back? Did they spot out? All right, there are teams there. We can finish them off, and we have T2K Legend on our screens right now. Look at this. Behind the plane is a small crater, and JMX is hiding in there, but here comes RLE, and Ahmed is going to take a lot of damage. He falls down to 20% health. He's going to get knocked out, but T2K Chari was the man who did it. On the other side, we have Vibes taking on RL as well, and this could spell trouble for the entire team. This is Chaos. T2K Hunter finishing off Ahmed. On the other side, we have TM Dominator taking a lot of damage, and Maggi Galu is going to be the person who falls him down. Here comes Chiku. Will he go down as well, trying to save his teammate? This does not look like that.
This is looking really, really good for some teams, but then the other teams that are actually going down because Red Light is the first team to get eliminated on the 32nd spot. If we are talking overall things, SBA is also in a bit of a trouble because TX Demon is doing a bit of a damage, a lot of damage if we have to talk about it. TM Dominator has been taken down, and on the other hand, FSEC goes down by a grenade. Anish is really, really close. He also wants to go for a throwable. Out this, the smoke has been taken out. Chiku has taken a lot of damage and will be taken down in an insane way. Out there, guys. Mafia Ninja is looking really, really good, and Anish is ready for another fight. T2K Legend also goes on JM Wang, and TMRX Jax goes for PNFSEC. Anish is trying to move and take that car into the cover as easy as he can. DE Vadu Sir takes down Elementrix Poo Poo Man, and Mr. Hughes has also been taken down by DE. Deadice is looking really, really good. Mafia Ninja takes down TM Insane, and DE Rated Sir has also fallen by the hands of Elementrix Orange, and Orange takes down one more player. Shagar with that M249 goes on for DE Vadu Sir, and I think that will be end of Dead Eyes, guys, and Elementrix players are safe right now. We'll have to see how it happens, because we'll have to see what happens, because that M249, when it goes on, it just does not stop, and Shagar has shown that with those kills that he actually just racked down. And look at that, PN still in the zone and TDP still in the zone. JM and T2K are the teams into the zone, but then all the other teams have to come, and Rivals and TX are kind of at the edge of the zone. BB also has to get into the zone.
Wait, what just happened? Elementrix was the team that was further, like the furthest distance away from the play zone, but now BB ByeBye is behind them, Hype is behind them, TX is behind them, Rivals is behind them. How did they get into this safe of a position without coming in contact with everyone? They just snuck by everyone. On the other side, a team that did not sneak by is going to be Mad G. Blah Blah, already being taken out from the game, is going to leave the other three players without one squad mate. Going to make things a little bit harder, but not hard enough. On the other side, we do see TMX trying to engage upon the players from the side of PYRO. He's the only man surviving. Insane, he is going to get Mafia Ninja, but now the information has been given away. Blend and Anish, they are quite close by. He has to finish Mafia before he dies, because he is definitely going to die soon. Here comes Blend, going in for the revive. Mafia, he's hiding behind the ridge, but Insane, he has to be careful. Here comes a nade. Oh, it's going to drop him down to 50% health. Blend, he is there with Mafia. He's going to go for the revive. Insane, when are you looking, man? You have to look at Anish, who is on the flank. He is going to finish you off if you make a single mistake, but the car is there for cover. Blend, he is going to be able to revive Mafia, but over on the other side, Tamim going down. Shino is going to go down. BB Yamin is going to go down to the play zone. This could spell trouble. Sleepy, he is going to drop Orange. Now, that could actually be the saving grace for this team, but on the other side, something that is not going to be saved is going to be Insane. Here comes Blend. He's going to charge in. Can he take him down? We have to see how long it takes to take him down, but now Insane is going to go down, and BB ByeBye are going to go down as well. We have Elementrix Poo Poo Man with the bike.
BB has been eliminated. That means the meme can actually, step down from the maximum kill mark, and Elementrix Orange goes down by play zone as well. Elementrix is making a move for the zone, and I think Orange will be the one that gets eliminated from the team. Shaga, look at him. He is moving in one direction. Poo Man is moving in the other, because Shagar was spotted by TX Demon, who was using a DP. But if Shagar comes on M249, I think that is going to reach a lot of damage out here. But then Shagar has moved in. Gelu was trying to spot some players, but he did not as of now. And look at the edge of the zone out here. TX is really close to Mad G. Elementrix Orange goes down, but the play zone obviously gets finished. And Mad G, CFH is also at one direction, one area, not one direction with that scar. L out here, and TX, Kazi, Captain, Viper, and Demon are ready for a fight. Mad G's 3 players, Gelu, CFH, and Manny are ready for a fight. T2K with their 4 players are really good, but Elementrix is down to 3 players as they just lost Orange outside the zone. Mafia Ninja takes down Rival's Trigger. A grenade is being popped out by Gelu, and if that grenade comes out, I think that will be end of TX Demon, if not anything, because the grenade pops up on Demon, has taken his down, but then Gelu has also gone down by Demon. 2 players grenaded on each other and taken down each and every one. Mr. Hyozu has been taken down, and Gelu, he will be safe by a smoke as of now, but TX knows his location. They know if they can throw one grenade, they can go for another one. CFH will have to be really, really consistent right now. PN Anish takes the kill of Mr. Hyozu. Elementrix is down to 2 players, Poo Poo Man and Shagar. TX will have to see if they can take the fight with Magi, as Manny is on another area. No one can spot Manny as of now, and the zone is really, really small. We are about to hit 5th circle, ladies and gentlemen, with around 19 minutes into the game. This is looking kind of good, kind of bad, kind of decent, but look at this. If the circle hits 3, 2, 1, 0, -1, -2, -3.
Yes.
Okay.
And it's just on the other side of the zone of the shooting range, and that, if Ocean, if I remember that area correctly, because I never go to shooting range, that is a really boring location to land on. It is quite open, just with slight sort of short hills. and you have to fight around those. This is going to be interesting, the battles that are going to happen there. But right now we have EX Shaga. He is trying to spot out PN Mafia. He has spotted him with that Car 98, but can he make something happen? This man was amazing with a sniper in his hand yesterday, but can he pull off the same miracles today? The last time he played,
Do you remember his Miramar jump shot with which he
yeah,
someone?
that's what I was talking about.
Yeah, that Car 98 shot, that was incredible. Look at JM on the other hand. On the southern side, they are trying to go to one area, but they'll have to cross T2K. JyanMaara was spotted out here. Gelu was trying to take down, but then nothing has been taken down. He has even taken down by Matt G. Gelu. Matt G is looking really good in this fight. T2K Polinga also goes down. T2K Shari with that DP and Gelu with that M4. Two incredible guns they are just using.
Ooh,
and he just spotted
what
the car.
just happened
he takes
there?
on right side with that car. Oh my god, PYRO takes on Hype. Gurkha Hype is looking in a bit of a trouble right now with Nepali teams fighting with each other. We'll have to see how it all actually goes.
Yeah, what just happened there? They just ram a car into a couple of people. Oh my god, that would have been insane. But on the other side, PDP Sarga, he's going to get TX captain now. TX Kazi, he has spotted the players from the side of JMX, but he was in a really bad situation. He's going to go down himself by JMX Wang dropping him down low, and he is stuck in a really bad spot. But on the other side, we have Soneem, who has spotted a couple of players from the side of Vibes. Vibes, once again, they have the high ground. They have the tree in the middle that they can wrap around and use for the fight, but they are going to be trouble. Oh, Soneem, if you fire one shot, you are going to have the entire wrath of the side of TDP, Trusty Process, upon you. But the nades coming in from the side of Vibes are not going to do anything from the side of JMX Wang. He is in a comfortable position right underneath that cliff, and he is going to be able to revive his teammates. As I said, Soneem, you fired one bullet. TDP is going to be on you, and TDP are on him. In fact, they have finished him. Matt G, they have one knocked, one player standing. Elementrix, just two players alive. One of them is knocked, and Elementrix is going to go down. Rivals is going to be the squad that finished them off. That could have just cost Elementrix their chance to go for the #1 spot in the overall standings.
Yeah, if Rivals win this one, they'll be at the #1 spot, and Rivals is looking really good to do that. Divine, Noob, the two amazing players that did their work, but then Divine has been taken down by PN Blend, as we were talking. I mean, that is really bad for them. And GM Gunner has also been taken down by TDP on top. Look at TDP in this circle. They are the only team in the circle. Rest assured, each and every team is at the edge. GM Gunner has also been taken down. Wang is the lone survivor from GM. And TDP has a circle on themselves. No other team is out there inside the zone. Each and every team has to get into the zone. This is looking bad for 8 other teams. And TDP can just stand there and wait for that chicken dinner to happen. If the teams did not give enough respect to the zone. Gurkha goes for a grenade, takes down Pyro Smoke in ES. T2K Hunter takes down WGxNoRules. PF Mafia Ninja takes down Pyro Smoke in ES, obviously finishing him and stealing the kill from Gurkha. Vibes Red Eye also been taken down, and Vibes Knight, look at him, he is really low on health. Not low on health, but then he's like 75 HP right now. He'll have to move into the zone, a safer area, and he'll like to revive his teammate. Yes, that is important, but then 13 seconds. A revive takes 9 seconds, and after that he'll have to pop the first hit as well, so that means 13 seconds are not enough. The player can go down out the zone, and Pyro ES goes down. Rivals X has also been eliminated. What is happening? Big teams are going out. This is not expected. This is a major tournament, guys. You cannot play like this, but then the other teams, the underdogs, are stepping up their game, and this is really, really amazing. Gurkha is going up forward. Prototype is just at the backward direction, but then Gurkha has been spotted in one direction. JyanMaara also gets eliminated on 8th position. Oh my god, High Venom has been taken down by TDP on top. This can be their game. TDP inside the zone. Guys, this is going to be something really, really amazing. Gurkha also needs an opportunity, a big chance just to get inside the zone and take that fight, but TDP on top has been taken down. High Venom goes down by a grenade, and Utsarka takes down 2 players, Gurkha and Venom. SK49 is the survivor, takes down Pyro with ES. TDP on top has also been taken down. Gurkha YT has been finished. Team Pyro gets eliminated on 7th position. We are down to 6 teams and 15 players. Oh my god.
And it has gotten intense so far. On top, will he get a revive? Thing is there. Mr. Thing, he's going to be able to revive his teammate. But on the other side, Mr. Utsarga, TDP Utsarga, he's not looking to stop. Matt G, they are with just one player alive and are in the blue zone right now. They have to be really, really careful and make it in there really, really fast. Maddie is going to make it in the zone, but Manny is going to be finished off by the side of PN Blend. On the other side, Utsarga, he's focused on the players of Hype, and SK49 is going to fall down as well. This is going to be the 3rd player from the side of Hype that he has finished. On the other side, Prototype, the only man surviving for his squad. We are down to the top 5 teams, 13 players alive, and TDP, the way they are playing this one, this looks like this could be their game. Look at this. T2K Vibes are in a straight line. One of those teams is going to eliminate each other, and Knight is going to fall down. This is trouble trouble for the team. Red Eye is going to be taken out, and that is going to be it. T2K, they are going to come out on top. On the other side, PN, they are pretty much ready with that high ground. Hype, Prototype, the only man alive for his team. TDP is still sitting quite comfortable with all the 4 people, and they are going to get this drop as well with the Groza, with the level 3 kits, because by now, all your armor, all your helmets are going to be damaged, and you have to replace them on the player that has been performing really well in this game. Utsarga is the man with 3 kills, is the man who took on an entire squad earlier, and this is just going to spell trouble because the last circle is right in the middle of everyone. It's going to be open. Everyone has to contest for this one, or else just die to the blue zone and hope that they make it in there.
Guys, it's something gonna be really difficult because Hype is out there, TDP is out there, T2K is out there.
Now you just have to
PNGaming.
fight.
Yeah, now you have to fight. Now you need to show your domination in that circle. 11 players alive, and TDP has been spotted from each and every direction. TDP, not every fight is gonna be like this, but then right now you just need to make the maximum out of it. T2K Hunter wants to move into the zone right now because just 14 seconds, guys. Now 10 seconds. This is gonna be really big because the central location is gonna be one of the major locations. Prototype is just sitting out there. He wants that other player should make a move and he can catch them off guard or from behind, because that will be one of the things. 7 circle is closing in slowly and steadily. The circle of death, the circle of doom. Utsarga with that car 98 takes down T2K Shari in this lower area. T2K Hunter will also go down. He has fallen down. T2K is looking bad out here because TDP is known for their fights and they are going for it. PN Mafia Ninja has been taken down by TDP on top. TDP is taking fight from 2 different teams. T2K Shari goes down. Hunter has been taken down by TDP team. TDP has 9 kills in their hands. T2K on the other hand, Legend, the lone survivor, has 7 kills for his team and he has been spotted, and this will be the end game for him as T2K gets eliminated on 4th position. We are down to 3 teams. Look at Prototype. Look at him. Don't look at him because he has been taken down of the game. Team Hype gets eliminated on 3rd position. TDP versus PN, guys. This is 4 versus 3 as TDP on top moves forward, but then this will be difficult because both the teams are looking really good. Mafia Ninja needs to pop up a first aid, but I don't think so he's a first aid. He has boosters. That's what he is using right now, as his health is slowly and steadily gradually increasing. No, he pumps up first aid as of now. That is really looking really good now for PN. PN is known for doing some amazing clutches, the squad. And TDP, they are looking for that chicken dinner, the second chicken dinner for an opening of this for their tournament, that they can actually come in top 2 or top 3 at the end of the game. So we'll have to see what happens. A grenade comes in handy, actually does some damage. And Mafia Ninja was spotted by TDP. Utsarka takes him down with that M4 Glacier. If they just imagine they burst that car. Just imagine if they burst that car, that will be the game end for them. But then TDP Utsarka has been taken down by PN Blend. PN Blend is ready for a fight, and Anish is also out there. But then look at Thing. He has rotated from one direction to the other. No one knows that. Now I think they know. Anish, they have a really good cover. They have a cover on the left hand side. Well, what will that be enough for him? Because Mafia Ninja is slowly and steadily bleeding out. Thing with that M4. 25 bullets, he should actually reload it just to get into 30 bullets or something. He's just trying to loot something. He's looting the utilities right now. That will be really good. And Mafia Ninja has been taken on, but then 2 players. 2v4, the game that was 3v4. This is looking really good, guys, for TDP. But then you guys just comment out, do you think TDP is going to win, or do you think PN is just going to seal it out of them? Because this is going to be important. Grenade, another grenade comes out. The throwables are being used, and one more player goes down. Puffy takes it because Anish has been taken down, and the end game as TDP takes the win.
Yeah, Puffy just finishing the last 2 players from the side of PN, and in towards the end, both the teams making a lot of mistakes, but both the teams racking up a lot of kills as well. PNGaming sitting with 10 kills to their name. And talking about mistakes in the last section, that could have ended a lot sooner. It was a 3v4 situation. PN, if they had been a little more careful, they could have taken the fight in their favor. But on the other side, as soon as Mafia Ninja sort of went down, PN could have gone in for the split. The position Mr. Thing was in, he should have focused on the other 2 players. I mean, they had 2 knocks. Anish was the only man standing. Blend was being revived. He was already quite low. And had Theen actually charged in on the other 2 players, TDP could have taken this game earlier. But before we started off the day, we said that TDP, they were not doing... they were not putting the kind of performance that we usually expect from them. But this time around, just getting a lot of kills, getting that chicken dinner, just showcasing the kind of, like, why people expected them to be in the top row from the get-go. And like, after on the 5th day, if this is the kind of play you're gonna put up, I guess they were just waiting for like everyone to show what sort of things they had in the bag.
Yeah, maybe they had that thing. They were just trying to do their homework, build
Yeah.
up their thing, and then when they actually had the chance, see, the best part was, do you remember from circle 3rd to circle 7th, it was just every time on
Yeah.
them. The circle was slowly and steadily shifting on the southern side of shooting range, but on the northern side of each and every team. So it was actually trying to push. They wanted the fight, but then the fight was coming towards them each and every time. They were just sitting at that compound, at that area, and each and every team was trying to barge in, and each and every team was falling short. I think they have really good amount of kills. If we will be talking about the kill section, and MVP obviously is gonna have good amount of kills. As we're talking about MVP, we'll just look who the MVP is from TDP,
Yeah.
because it is. I think so that it is gonna be, yeah, obviously Utsarga, an incredible player. 5 kills, 863 damage, 25 minutes, 56 seconds. That's how long the game was, and he survived all of it, obviously. So that is one thing, and 9.86 distance covered. So see, the circle was kind of on them, yet they were actually traveling from directions to directions trying to find players. So that means the distance covered is really good on them.
Yeah, the distance covered was good. Plus, this man was responsible for wiping what was it, 75% of the side of Hype on his own. And that as well, talking about Hype, staying on that topic, Hype once again, Dalion was absent from this game. Venom was the player who was playing from their side instead. And Venom once again, I remember you telling me is is a really talented player and has a good game sense, has the ability of not being scared of anyone taking on any fight that is thrown at him. But this time around, Hype sort of falling a little bit short, even with one of their best players on the lineup.
Yeah, that is true. That is totally true. And we are going to go and look at the top 5 players that were, outshining in this particular game, if you have to say. And obviously, Utsarga having one of the highest skills out there and obviously shining up in that section. Then T2K Shari is on 4. Look at that. Look at that.
Yeah.
4 kills, 1279 damage.
Hey,
Where did the kills go?
Supports are going to be supports, man.
Yeah, that is true. And TDP on top once again, 4 kills and 959 damage. TX Demon coming up on 4th position, 660 damage, and TDP Puppy. Obviously, TDP is gonna show out here. 1st, 3rd, and 5th person is TDP. So that means out of 4, 3 players are TDP. That shows your teamwork. So that means, if anything, just 3 of these players have 13 kills. I would like to see what the 4th person's contribution was, because 13 kills out there,
Yeah.
it's a big number.
That is definitely a big number. And Utsarga once again going in for those engagements. And talking about the other player, 1200 damage for your team means that you're getting those openings, you're getting those knocks for your team to actually go in and take those fights. But before that, once again, let's have a look at the next set of stats that we have with us and see these standings for the teams in this game as to where they are right now. TrustD Process making it on the 1st position, PNGaming on the 2nd. So PNGaming were already pretty high up, and with those 24 points, I think they are going to surpass Elementrix by this time. Team T2K managing to be on the 3rd, Team Hype on the 4th position with 13 points, just the amount of kills being on the side of T2K, pushing them up above Team Hype. Maggia are going to be on the 5th, Vibes on the 6th, Elementrix on the 7th, and Team Extreme put up an amazing performance on the 8th.
All right, I mean, this is looking really good for the top 8 as well. Now, obviously, TDP and PNGaming, this is looking the best for them. But then the teams that actually, fell a bit short in Erangel were JyanMaara on the 9th, Team PYRO on the 10th, TravelX on the 11th, Team Official on the 12th, BB ByeBye. We're going to come back to that as they're on the 13th, Team SB on 14, Dead Eyes Guys on 15, and Red Light had the early exit on 16. So let's talk about 2 teams. 2 big names.
Yeah.
BB and Rivals. See the teams have an incredible potential if we have to talk about it, because BB Tamim had 15 kills, Rivals player had 15 kills. So the kill section was really good, and they was kind of topping the table, topping the charts. What do you think might have gone wrong with them?
I think it's once again the same situation as in this late in the tournament. Teams usually try and be safe. On the other side, these 2 teams, we always constantly saw them in a brawl or in a scuffle with some other team. And getting into fight means you are taking a risk. Risk means you can actually hit a loss on that one. And on the other side, we saw BB playing with a player deficit and still try and engage in on other teams. over on the other side, Rivals. Yesterday, Trigger put up an amazing performance. Noob put up an amazing performance. But let's have a look at the head-to-head for these two teams as well for this first game. Rivals with just 1 kill. Damage on the other side, 269 to 87. Healing being done is quite a lot if you compare it with the amount of damage being dished out. 377 to 355. Distance traveled, 17 to 18. Just not working out for them.
Yeah, I mean, overall the distance travel seems good, but that means they were caught off in their rotations. They
Yeah.
were caught off in when they were trying to get inside the zone, and those things sometimes happen. Rivals had just 1 kill as of now. Obviously, that was the early stage of the fights. That was the 4th circle when they got eliminated. Not the early stage, but then the early stage of when fights actually commence.
Yeah.
Because in these kind of matches, for the first thing, players kind of like to go play a bit safe so that they have good loot, and they try to rotate into the zones. And for that thing, they go for the 4th circle or 5th circle is when the fights actually start commencing. And if that happens, and if you lack the rotation of the zone,
Yeah.
you kind of are sitting in the next lobby and waiting for the next match to start.
Yeah, and as you said, 5th circle is one of those. 5th or 4th circle, I believe for me, I feel like the 4th circle is after which you just can't avoid having a fight. But before that, you should just be careful as to who you're engaging upon. One of the teams that used to apply on is going to be Hype. When they were trying to fight in DE, they did see another 2 squads pass them by, but they still were focused on that fight. You have to be careful as to who you are giving out the information to. We talked about this earlier as well, as to by now teams are going to know, all right, we have to avoid this team because they are doing really well, we are not doing so great, we have to avoid getting eliminated early on. And the next game is going to be a little more intense. It's going to be played on Sanhok. We'll be back after a short break. Stay tuned and keep watching. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to PMCO 2020 Spring Split South Asia Group Stages. My name is Varun Super Johnny John, being joined on the desk by once again Ocean Sharma. About that last game on Erangel, we just saw an amazing performance coming from a lot of teams, and this time on Sanhok. What do you think? Is everything going to change as well?
I think Sanhok's going to change a lot of things because the pace of the game changes for a start.
Yeah.
I mean, in the first game, see, we did not see even a single knock happening till like what was like 8 or 9 minutes or something.
Yeah.
So that was a slow pace that it started with. But when you talk about Sanhok, it's like the first circle comes in less than 5 minutes. So add that rotation of circle in all those things and maybe drop locations. So two teams can go Paradise, two teams can go Bootcamp, two teams can go Painan. Painan is kind of an area where teams actually like to go. I mean, Painan, to be honest, is much more dense as compared to Bootcamp nowadays.
Yeah.
Like that's kind of a new meta, and obviously Camp ABC, Alpha Bravo Charlie. Those areas are also really good areas to drop in to take some loot. But no one sometimes don't go to Camp Alpha. No one goes to Camp Alpha in all those areas.
Have we seen anyone go to Camp Charlie this time? I don't think so.
Number of people that went to Camp Charlie? Nah,
Oh.
no. No one.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
No one likes Charlie. I don't
No
know.
one likes Camp Charlie, in fact. But boot camp, that
Yeah.
is one of the high priority locations where we see a lot of teams land, and that is where it all usually starts. And sometimes it usually ends there as well.
I mean,
but
sometimes it
yeah.
happens. Sometimes it all matters where the circle is, whether
Yeah.
walking through the circle is, and
If you survive while walking there,
because see,
if you survive.
not to quote Charles Darwin, but yeah, the game is all about survival of the fittest.
Exactly. Survival of the fittest and survival of whoever can land their bullets on target more precisely.
Yeah, so you need to evolve through all the
Yeah.
processes to survive at the end. Not to
Like-
brag, but I'm much of a scientist myself.
Yeah, you used to work for ISRO, if I'm not wrong. over there.
I was just an intern out
Yeah,
there.
so a smart guy, a maths teacher, probably
Smart guy, thanks.
has a higher IQ than me, Ocean Sharma. But this time around, some teams are gonna have to change the way they play. T2K last time did land on a high priority location, but they got lucky over there that no one contested it, and they were able to survive in their rotations as well. This time around on Sanhok, I don't think you would expect teams to play like that. Apart from some teams who have been doing exceptionally well on the other side, Elementrix, I think they are going to go with their standard rotation, dropping onto that southwestern side of the map.
Probably, but to be honest, last game's gonna be Vikendi, right?
Yeah.
And that is
Elementrix.
Elementrix's map always. They have their score. They've never lost a match in Vikendi. So I'd like to see if this is not even the game, they'll be like, sit back and relax. Weekend is coming. I mean,
It-
winter is coming or something.
I think the strategy for Elementrix in this tournament is just like to be in the top 5 or to be in the top 6 in every single game, and then just win Vikendi at the end of the day.
I don't know, something like that can happen. And meanwhile, we are in the game, ladies and gentlemen, from Tambang to Camp Bravo. So maybe Camp Alpha might be an area where people would like to go. Boot Camp Paradise, Tatmore, Cow, Bong Nine, Lakavi, Kampong. Okay, I'm thinking, I don't know, Query, Pine and Ruins, those can be really good areas.
Once again, just like on Erangel on Sanhok as well, this time the trajectory just leaves the entire map open to everyone. And as Ocean pointed out, all the locations that you can drop to. Oh, Ocean, look at this. We said Camp Alpha was where teams do not like to go, but right now we do see a cluster of teams falling in that direction. And is that TDP and Vibes, both of them heading towards the side of Paradise Resort? But no, TDP, they are just gonna go over it and are gonna take that Tatmonk area. But JMX is heading close to them as well. Over on the other side, we do see DE on Harteen and SBA take control of the Camp Alpha. But the circle is on the northern side of the map, and a lot of teams are gonna be happy about this, other than Hype.
One thing, look, did you just see Rivals?
Yeah.
They are on the like docks area around that, so they are really far away from each and every fight. And on the other hand, Bot Shot, look at his health. While on dropping only, his health is really low. That means he has been spotted. That means TM can go for a fight. And SBA Nero has been taken on by Thompson by CFH. 3 teams in boot camp. Previous game, 3 teams were out there in Pochinki, and now it's 3 teams, and the first blood has already been drawn. It's just been 1 minute and 30 seconds, and SBA Nero, oh my god, Mad CFH, that was something.
Yeah, his fans are not going to be happy with that one.
He killed someone. His
Yeah.
fans are gonna be
No,
happy.
no, Nero.
Yeah, obviously.
Nero.
Yeah, Nero's fans are not going to be happy because Mad CFH, he actually landed up the first blow.
And CFH was Maggi was one of the teams who performed really well quite recently. But on the other side, as Ocean said, bot shot. He has to be really careful. He still has not found any sort of healing utility. I hope he has at least a gun to hit someone before he dies to make things a little easier for his teammate Ultron, who is there on the other side. Jahex, he is not going to be help out his other two teammates. TMX, they are there as well. Boot camp is always going to be crowded, so if you're landing there, you have to be sure that you are going to take that fight. On the other side, SBA are going to lose Sumit as well, and Mad G Manny is going to be the one to finish him off. Wait, no, Galu is just going to finish him off with the punches. Manny already has taken some damage for himself. He does not have that healing utility, just has 5 bandages on him, so he has to use them. He has to use them right now to heal up. As I say, once you are in a fight, you have to be prepared for the next one as well. And Botshot is going to take cover under the building that his teammate Ultron was in as well. Once again, no healing utility on this lad.
I mean, it's a bad thing as of now. I mean, he is trying to ask to he's going to Ultron and trying to ask that like, are you actually, do you have any utility or any healing or anything? And then as of now, we'll have to see what happens. And TM Chico and TM Insane they are kind of sandwiched if anything. But then if they know that Botshot is low on health and Ultron is low on health, these two players, Chico and Insane, go to the left-hand direction. I mean, they are right-hand direction. They can take a fight. But then Insane, as you can see, has that M16, and that is the only gun that he has. He has a level 2 helmet, but no vest, no gun. Has one painkiller in his arsenal right now. We'll have to see if he can take that fight or not, because Ahmed is moving forward, Jahex is moving forward, but then will this moving be good or bad? But Ahmed has been spotted, could not do anything good with M4, but has been spotted, will be popping his one and only first aid for now. I mean, that is bad. And Jax was also spotted, but I think, yeah.
you are not going to be able to shoot him at that distance with the 3x, especially if he was just peeking his head right over that edge of the tree. But he actually does. He proves me wrong. Jax has taken a lot of damage right now, and he has to be really careful. Otherwise, he's going to be dropped on the other side. Dominator, he has the high ground. He has the cover of the shed. He is going to be help out his two teammates, Shiku and Insane. They are still standing in those two compounds that they are in, just trying to be safe. Insane is on the outside. He's trying to spot the two players from the side of RL. But RL, they have to be careful. Look at this. The man of the hour, BB Tamim, is there on the other side. Sleepy, he's going to get one knock for himself from the side of RL. Bot shot, he's going to get knocked down as well. And Chiku was the one who did the damage this time. Ultron, he is going to be able to finish him off. But Ultron, he has to help his teammate out. And here comes Tamim. He is on the edge of this building. He's going to peek in through the window. He's going to get one knock, but on the other side, Jahex, he was really low as well, and Tamim is going to try and finish him off. But now, here comes Jahex. He has healed up. Can Tamim take this one? No, Tamim is going to go down. Oh boy, that is going to spell trouble for the side of BB, but no, Sleepy is there for his teammate. He is just going to finish the squad of Red Light, and now they have to worry about TM Insane right in front of him. He has to wait and see if he can actually avenge his teammate, because Tamim was finished off while Sleepy was focused on the other players. Now he is in a bad position because the other two players from the side of TM, they are on that high ground. They will be able to spot him up. They will be able to see exactly where he is going and how he is trying to rotate. He has to be really careful as to how he actually engages fight. He is trying to cook the nade and is going to look to throw it into the compound, but that is not going to do much. The nade was poorly thrown and is going to bounce off in the wrong direction, dealing damage to Sleepy himself. He just has 3 painkillers and 1 first aid kit. Not much to help him out. Sleepy, you need to get out of there, mate. Do not engage this fight. This is going to be bad for you. Already have lost 1 teammate.
I see that's an airdrop right in the middle of the boot camp area.
That's a good one.
Yeah, that has MK14. No extended this time. Otherwise,
Yeah.
every time MK had an extended in its arsenal. But then the major thing, Red Light got eliminated once again, and
Yeah.
TM is out here. These were the teams that got eliminated in the previous match as well. So they, I don't know, if
Having a
that
bad
happens
day.
this time,
Yeah.
then yeah, that will be bad. Yamin would like to spot some players and would like to go for a fight, but see, BB did really good. They eliminated a squad, but then their highest fragger
Is
Tami
gone,
got
yeah.
eliminated. That's kind of a thing that I would like to see how they go with this. Sleepy is moving forward, Sadat is moving forward, Yamin is on one direction. PN can actually charge in from behind, but Insane is looking really insane. As he has his eagle-eyed vision on
Yeah.
that area. He knows that if someone he spots even a single pixel, he's looking so confident that he would like to take them down. He has one painkiller, his health is full, but still he is trying to go for it. BB making up a good choice right now, wants to go back, but then if you remember, we saw through drone shot, PN is coming from
Yeah.
behind, so it's like you see, they have enemies' eyes on all the sides, and in the smaller map as of Sanhok, that can create a problem. Will anyone go to loot that drop? I don't know, because if someone actually, lands on that building and takes that drop, he'll be open to TM, he'll be open
Yeah.
to PN from behind. So I don't think so that BB would like to take that opportunity. But if they do, that will be a daring one.
Yeah, that will be a daring one, but BB right now just giving up control of the side of boot camp and are gonna look to get out of there. I don't think that is gonna be a wise decision. They are just waiting in one compound, waiting to see if TM actually go in. On the other side, we have the players from the side of Hype, and Pyro is right next to them. Hype is used to these situations. Gurkha, he is the man in front. He is the man who is going to be engaged upon slowly because his teammates were quite far behind and the shots are being fired. Gurkha is going to be dropped to somewhere around 10% HP, but Dalion was there. He is going to drop one player from the side of Pyro, and Pyro now they have to be careful. Yama was the one who got dropped out. Myth, he is trying to spot out the players from the side of Hype. Gurkha, he has recovered his health, and now these two squads are going to clash up against each other. Myth, he is trying to get an entry into this team, but on the other side, Hype, they are quite spread apart, so that is going to work out for them. On the other side, Pyro, they have to stick in a straight line just because of the situation they are in right now. They were in the compounds, and Pyro Myth is going to be taken down by Prototype with that QBZ, and he is going to try and go in for the kill, but Smoke is there as well, going in for the revive for his teammate. But Hype, they are looking for a rotate. They are looking to get into a better position. But on the other side, we see Elementrix, Mr. Yuzu, getting a kill on SBA Surya. And SBA is going to be taken out of this game so early on. Before we even hit the 10-minute mark, two teams have been taken out already. Pyro, could they be the third? Because Myth right now, he is not doing pretty good, has been knocked out. On the other side, the players from the side of Pyro have already taken some damage. Look at SK49. He is still sitting on 50% health, those slight heals coming in from those boosts. And now, once again, being prepared for the fight. Gurkha, he's going to spot out one player, but look at that trigger discipline. He was so patient, so he waited if he could spot out the other players, if he could spot out his teammates and get that information as to where they were. But as he realized that Yama was about to get away from him, he fired those shots and dropped Yama down to 75% health.
But now he knows the location. Using that grenade, that throwable, he can take out a decent knock. But then that was a pre-cooked nade, and that was, yeah. See,
Overshot, yeah.
the grenade was not actually at that location, and then Yama should be careful right now. If one time he knows what his mistake was, I think he'll try to go for a second one, and this second time can actually take him down. Yama ES can go down. Nope, the nade actually damaged him a bit,
Yeah.
and this is the second airdrop, ladies and gentlemen. Has AUG A3 with a suppressor AR. Maggi blah 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 would like to move into the zone. Elementrix squad would like to move into the zone. Rest assured, each and every squad is as of now into the zone, and we'll have to see where the zone shrinks. And there was one airdrop. TM would like to take that airdrop now as of now, and they'll be having that MK from the first airdrop of boot camp, and High Prototype is in a safe spot. Pyro Yama ES, he is fully boosted as of now, has 4 first aids and has a level 2 helmet and level 2 vest and level 2 backpack, so that means it's a really decent loot for him. 6 painkillers, 1 energy drink, looks really good, and Elementrix is going for a plan B, I think. See, you never see this from a team like Elementrix. They are using a boat to actually move from one direction to the other. We'll have to see what happens as the zone is going to shrink in as well, or I think they're going to go to the shore area. Yes, they are not using the boat right now. They are using a nominal strategy that is going from waterlands to the landmark area, and that is like really good. And Pyro versus Hype, the fight that started off the Sanhok battle is still going on. This is a cold war between these two teams. They know they'll have to bring one person down, and that bringing up the one of their opponent down is going to change the pace of the game, because rest assured, other people see Pyro is actually concentrated in 2-3 compounds, but Hype is out there in the open, and they are vastly spread. They are not close to each other, and that changes each and every equation for the game. if one player of Hype goes down, then all the players can give adequate cover. But it is difficult to take Pyro people down because they had a good compound, and through
Yeah.
that they are not peaking. Meanwhile, look at Vibes, Knight and Zera, they are sleeping maybe.
But why? They have entire control of this Paradise Resort area, and why are they still just lying there? Like, okay, we talk about being passive, but at a certain point, you just become too passive and you don't move at all. You're just wasting time at this point. Wives, you need to get out of there. If you're done looting, you need to start making those rotations, start finding those skills, or at least try and figure out where the other teams are rotating from. Or if you stay here too long,
Probably.
I think PN
Yeah.
is gonna come charging in towards you. As I say, PN right now quite busy with the side of T2K, dropping two players out of the game. Chari and Legend, they have to be really careful. One of their teammates has already been killed off. But now we have the third airdrop coming in with the M249, the level 3 kit with the backpack, helmet, and the armor. But Vibes Anik, he is looking for information. His two teammates are just lying there just so they can look for information in another direction as well and be safe in case one of the other teammate dies.
All right,
So
guys.
right now,
Yeah.
really smart, yeah.
As of now, the fight's not happening. I would like to ask you guys, which area in Sanhok do you think is one of the most underrated areas? Because you see, there are specific areas where players like to go. There are specific areas where about which players seem that they are really good. There are some areas that players see are really bad, but then there are some areas that are extremely underrated. So just comment out your favorite underrated area in Sanhok, and maybe just maybe your favorite team is gonna take fight out there and they are gonna clutch it. You never know
Yeah.
what happens, and they're gonna show you the skills of why that area is really underrated. Because sometimes everything happens for a good thing out there. And one more thing I would like to say, it's that if anything. See, these teams are at a really big stage. So if anything, just keep on supporting your favorite team. Because see, at the end, it's a competition, and the competition, the main area, the main focusing agenda of a competition is to give out the positive vibes, to appreciate each and every team's talent,
Yeah.
and that should be actually being done. So if anything, guys, keep on supporting your favorite team in the comment section. And to be honest, once again, a huge shout out to the moderators who are doing an incredible work of moderating the chat, of spreading that positive vibes. Because at the end, like I said, this is all about being positive, all about being good. So you guys are one of the best audiences that we can ever have, to be honest. And I am really proud of casting this match for you guys, to be honest, because all in all, it feels really good.
Yeah, it has been really amazing watching these South Asian team go up against each other, because we are getting surprised every single time. Like from day one with that zone kills coming in, from day two the 1v4s, the 1v3s coming in, and that what do I call it when two players from two different teams just wipe out an entire squad together?
That
What do I call
Vikendi
that?
match, oh my god.
Oh boy. This has been exciting and this has been really, really interesting for us. But these teams, they are putting up that tier 1 gameplay for PUBG Mobile that we love and like to watch so much. But on the other side, two teams that are not going to be happy with their performance are going to be RL and SBA, this time around getting eliminated quite early. On the other side, once again, BB ByeBye losing one of their best players quite early on, Tamim, being taken out in the early stages of the game. We are about to reach that 15-minute mark. We are at that 15-minute mark in fact, and now is when things get interesting, because the fourth circle is going to come in soon. And from there on out, you just can't avoid the fights. That's all you have to look for, especially in Sanhok, where the map is so small. The fourth circle is going to be really, really congested. And if you are not rotating early, you are going to encounter a lot of different teams in your way, and that is just going to make the entire situation a lot more difficult than it has to be for yourself. So you have to be careful. BB ByeBye, you have to be careful, especially because look at who is going to be in your route. It is going to be PNGaming. It is going to be T2K. And why is Gyalu still in the water swimming near his teammate?
I'm finding this new strategy really, really different one. I don't know, like, see, now people know that land fights are good, but
Yeah.
if you can, rotate or do something with the water areas, you need to optimize and maximize your utility usage, and you need to, come up with plan A, plan B, plan C, because each and every team has a different and unique strategy. That's one thing that I like about this game. That's one thing that I actually, that gives me interest in the game, to be honest. And if anything, if Magic Yellow is in the water, maybe he was trying to go from one direction to the other. Maybe those strategies sometimes work, sometimes don't work, sometimes it changes the pace, sometimes it does not change the pace. But then overall, I like what the teams actually try, and these experiments sometimes can be for good.
Exactly.
Meanwhile, BB, with those three players, like you just said, they are trying to spot players because they know on their one side is Matt G and on the other side it was TM, Team Mercenaries, and Rivals. Team with a lot of expectations. Team has just a team that just stepped up their game yesterday. They are out here, Rivals Slayer, Rivals Noob, Trigger, and Divine. These four players playing at the edge of the game. Just imagine, right now is the third circle, right? As soon as the circle shrinks and it will be fourth or fifth circle, from 14 teams alive, the kill feed is gonna run blazingly fast,
Yeah.
and it's gonna be a little bit of a time when it will be just four teams alive. I would like to see the fights at that time because all of the teams will be ready to show what they have in them in the map of Sanhok. And as we are talking, each and every team is kind of in the zone except for High Prototype. He's just outside the nick of the zone, but then this is gonna be it, guys. The zone is gonna shrink, and Paradise Resort with PNFSec, the PN squad, the
Yeah.
southern side of Paradise Resort, the area between Bootcamp and Paradise is equally distributed, and this area with T2K, BB, TM, and PN, these are the squads in the zone. And rest assured, each and every team has to get into the zone. Rivals is slowly and slowly trying to get to the zone area or anything alongside Pyro. So Pyro versus Rivals can be a bit of a fight.
Yeah, it can be a bit of a fight. And once again, okay, Ocean, one thing about this circle is going to be the terrain that you're going to be fighting on is going to be similar to the one you had on Erangel. It's going to be quite open. It's going to be available. You are going to have those slight ridges available with you, but the difference is going to be the foliage on the map on Sanhok is a lot more. There's a lot more foliage if you compare it to the amount that you have in Erangel, and that is something that you have to be good at, fighting around trees, making sure that you're aware of your position constantly and knowing which parts of your character's body are going to be covered, because we have seen that happen once. Just the back of the player was exposed, and these guys, for them, that is enough. They are going to kill you if with just one pixel available. And as I say, killing you with pixels available, Prototype is going to take down one player from their side of TX. On their side, Vibes just lighting up the kill feed. Zerath, he is going to get knocked down instead, but Red Eye and Anik are there as well. Vibes, they have to be really, really careful this time around. DE, they are in front of them. Nade being cooked and thrown, and Shifu is gonna get dropped instantly. But on the other side, TX, they are going hard on the side of Hype. Gurkha being knocked and being killed instantly is not gonna survive that fight. On the other side, Red Eye cooking up another nade. Can he knock down Wadu? So Wadu has been impressive so far in this tournament and has been one of the more consistent performance for his team. But DE, they are gonna be healed up, and Knight, who was trying to go in for the flank, is gonna be taken out by Wadu. As I say, this man has been amazing, has been really important for his team, and once again getting the knock is gonna stop his team from being backstabbed. But talking about backstabs, look at this. Here comes TDP, the team that got the chicken dinner in the last game. They are here, and it is all four of them. They are gonna look to wipe these two squads out of the game. And as I say, that rated Sir, he is gonna be engaged upon. He's gonna be dropped to 50% health. On the other side, Wadu, he is gonna finish off Knight, but now he has to be really, really careful. And Illusion is gonna peek his head. He's gonna be taken out of this game, and rated is gonna be dropped as well. Wadu, the only man left standing for his team, is just gonna look to get out of this entire situation, but no, he's just gonna die to the play zone, and that is gonna be it for Deadeye, guys. But Vibes, now they are looking to fight TDP. Anik, he drops Ting to 50% HP, but on top was taken down as well. This is going to be a 3 versus 3 fight because Starga was taken out of this game earlier. Oh, look at this.
Yeah.
PN, they're just waiting for their opportunity to charge in.
PN is just waiting for it. They want that opportunity, and I think they'll get that opportunity because they are at the edge of the zone. Vibes have to come to them. Elementrix has to come to them. TDP has to come to them. So that means they'll be having good amount of numbers. TDP thing goes down of the zone, and Maggi, oh my God, look at this. Maggi has nowhere to go. All the crates are gonna fall out there inside the water. JM, you have an incredible chance. Maggi is done for in this situation. CFH,
just kill them.
Yeah, CFH is out there. Manny is they're not gonna give the kill points. They don't want to give the kill points. This is incredible. They just want to go to one direction, but then they'll lose spot. Manny has been taken down. CFH has been taken down, and Maggi gets eliminated in an incredible way. That was really good.
Oh boy, from 4 players being there, they just get 1 kill for themselves. GMX, you could have done a lot better, boys. But one kill is still pretty impressive. But on the other side, we have Elementrix. They will be right now looking to get in as close as they can towards the side of PNGaming, because as we saw the circle, there is just one compound in the center and the rest of the area is open, and Shagar is going to use that M24. He's going to drop to one player from the side of PN. On the other side, Wipes, they are engaging in a combat with DX, but right now we have PYRO going up against T2K on our screens, and BB ByeBye. Yamin is going to drop the players from the side of GM. The Dominator is going to drop Rivals Divine. PYRO, Yamas is going to get dropped as well. PYRO, they are fighting two fights at the same time. BB ByeBye being eliminated at the 11th position. Hunter, he is still quite low, is going to heal up, but Sleepy from the side of BB is going to be taken out. Team Hype is going to exit the game at the 10th position. Quite unfortunate for that team as well. RX Jax is going to get dropped by the blue zone. Demon dropping down. Hype SK was the last kill for the team, and once again T2K Legend being dropped. This could be the end of T2K. They are in a really tough situation, and TX, the zone once again is quite in the open. Look at this, Rivals Noob, he was in the blue zone. This could be trouble for this guy. He has to be really careful.
The play zone is actually eating players right now. As you can see, the kill feed is running. TDP Puffy goes down. Rival Slayer goes down. Mr. Yuzu is still surviving out there for his team. And obviously, Elementrix 3 players strong right now. T2K Hunter is on the edge of the zone. JM wants to move in. JyanMaara wants this fight. TX Captain and Demon are ready for a fight. Elementrix Shaga, Elementary Squads is moving inside for PN. Rivals X gets eliminated as Rivals player was out of the zone as well. Rivals Noob wanted to get into the zone. Mr. Yuzu and Poo Poo Man, they know that there are enemies right in front of him and they want to go for a fight. Mr. Hughes charges in. He knows that there are players right in front of him. Anish has been spotted, but will Anish go for it? No. But then TX even can take those kills. He is really good in that kill stealing department, and he is going for it. Elementrix gets eliminated on 6th position. Anish and FSEC would like to move into the zone as easy as they can. Captain gets spotted, and that is the end of Team Extreme, as well as Insane and Captain both go down by JyanMaara. We are down to 4 teams, ladies and gentlemen. 12 people alive. JM, TM, T2K and PN. Which team's gonna win? As you can see, no team is currently inside the zone. PN Blend gets the zone damage and gets finished up. 11 people, 4 teams. And FSEC has been spotted by a gunner, but the gunner will be the one taking all the shots. And Chico is also spotted by Wong, and Wong would like to take him down. And yes, takes him down with that M spray in an incredible way with a headshot as well. Dominator on the other end is trying to spot people as he's the lone survivor for his team. TM Dominator surviving for the team. T2K Hunter, he has spotted one. Will it be the end game for him? Nope. The shot hit his pan. He's still safe. The shot hit his pan. That was incredible.
Yeah, that was in fact incredible. We are down to the top 14, and TM, they potentially have a chance to getting their first chicken dinner. They have not been doing too well in this tournament. On the other side, PNGaming, one of the most stronger teams, they are still in this fight as well. But T2K, this could be their opportunity. They are down to 3 players. One of them was knocked down, but Legend being spotted by Dominator. Dominator is not afraid. The last man standing for his team is still looking to take the fights this time around. JM with all the 4 players now know where the shots were fired from, are gonna look to spot him out and finish him off. And as I say that, it is gonna be Nang who actually finished him this time around. Hunter, T2K, he is quite low. Oh no, PM, they are being dropped as well. Sek, he's gonna drop Hunter from the side of T2K. Legend is gonna return the favor to him, and Anish and Sek, they are both quite low. And here comes JM. This is gonna be it. We are down to the 2 teams, T2K and JMX, who is gonna come out on top. And now T2K Legend, he's gonna drop the players from the side of JM. Oh no, T2K with just 2 players standing. Hunter is just gonna lose his life, and Legend and Chari, this all comes down to these 2 guys. Can they win this fight for their team and get them the chicken dinner? They only have 3 kills, so if JMX, they have more kills than them, they are gonna take this fight. And Legend, he is gonna be in trouble. Chari is gonna get knocked down. Legend, the only man left standing for his team. It is gonna be a 1 versus 3, and now Nang, he is quite low. Wang is gonna go in for the revive. Chari is coming to his teammate, slowly crawling his way there. He is gonna get a revive as well.
Revives,
but T2K, they have the circle in their favor, so the ball is in the court of JM. The pressure is on them to rotate, and Sony, he is trying to go in for the flank on towards the side of Legends, but the damage is going to be done, and Sony is going to get dropped as well. But Chari once again is going to be taken out, but in a 1 versus 2, Legend is going to fall down. T2K finishing on 2nd, and JM are going to take that chicken dinner. Look at the number of kills that they have: 6 on Wang, 2 on Gunner, 2 on Nang. That is just 13 kills for this entire team, and Wang just putting up an amazing performance as always.
I still remember one thing. The first day that this team played,
Yeah.
first match they came second, third match they came second. So there was a thing that they wanted a chicken dinner in their hands, and on fifth day it arrives. Just look at the amount. You see the grind that they had to do for this chicken dinner. It was intense. It was
Yeah.
insane. And when JyanMaara spoke, I mean, every team listened in the kill feed. 6 kills by Wong. That's an amazing amount. That's a big number, to be honest. And out of those 13 kills, 6 are his. That means like 50% of the ratio is in his hands of the kills. That means he was a person who was making an impact for their team. But then there were some teams, like Rivals once again having an exit, Elementrix having an exit. One thing that I would like to, you remember, GM is the team that finished Mad G when they were in that water area.
Exactly.
That was kind of a different thing.
And I was expecting Mad G to honestly perform really, really well. Just because of the last game yesterday, if you remember correctly, the game they played on Vikendi, that was an amazing performance. The kind of
Yeah.
setups this team had and the kind of players they made on Vikendi, they were blowing my mind and they were really impressive. So this time around today as well, I expected Mad G to put up an amazing performance, but they spent like 5 minutes lying on the bank of a cliff and then they just jump down and die.
Yeah,
What?
I mean, that was kind of, see, that was unfortunate incident. That was, maybe they wanted to go from one area to the other. Strategies.
Yeah, but
sometimes
if you're gonna rotate from the water, you need to like make the move as soon as the circle is as soon as you see it coming on your screen.
Yeah,
If the blue zone is there, it's already too late.
Yeah, this is one of the things that actually players try to go for, and if they can't, that's kind of a thing that backstabs them. See, if you are not, if you're in the white zone, obviously white zone safe, blue zone not safe. In the in normal words, when you have to steal someone, and blue zone. First circle, blue zone does 0.2 times damage of your health, and the final circle, as you go, it exponentiates. 0.2, 0.4, 0.8, and then it starts like 0.9, 1, 1.2, and it just increases. And 0.2 seems like a little number, a small number, but then 1.2, 0.2 compared to 1.2 is a big damage.
Yeah,
difference.
there is a big damage, and even that 0.2, if you are in a fight, that 0.2% of damage is gonna matter a lot in a fight. I mean, fighting from a deficit, as we were talking about before the first game, you never want to fight fair. You want to fight with the advantages on your side. You never want to fight on an even footing as well. Two teams fighting in the blue zone is an even footing. Having your opponent in the blue zone while you are in the safe zone, that is where you have the advantage, and you have to make that advantage count. And Mad G, I guess the good decision that they took was just to not give the kills to JM. Otherwise, like, add 4 to whatever they have. Add 3 actually. They got 1 off of that.
Yeah, that is totally true by you,
Yeah.
I mean, to be honest. But then they kind of lost that fight in that scenario where they could not use the gun. See, upper edge and lower edge, maybe
Yeah.
in water you cannot use a gun. So they had nothing to fire back. And that thing backfired, if we have to say, to be honest. And that was one of the things that happened in all of this fight. But then in Sanhok, let's talk about one thing. BB also had kind of a decent exit, not the early exit, but then decent exit, and that is because just maybe one of their biggest firepowers, BB Tamim, he could not be a part of that fight, and that kind of backfired to them as well. But then one team that I would like to talk about is in a big danger situation, that is Red Light.
Oh yes, Red Light, they have not been too hot in any of the games that they've played so far. So once again, not performing to the expectations of the fans that were waiting for them to shine their light on this PMCO. But you have to consider the fact as well as to a lot of new players are going to be playing as well. This is going to be their first time experience going up against teams like Elementrix, going up against teams like BBgaming, TDP, to name a few. And there again, experience is always going to shine out. But from this experience, they are gaining experience as well. But let's have a look at the MVP for match number 2 and see what this player was able to accomplish. It is going to be JMX Wang with 6 kills, 631 damage, 25 minutes of survival time, and 2 kilometers travel. JyanMaara just always are able to be lucky, I guess.
In previous match, the MVP also had 25 minutes survival time. In this match, see, now it's like, be it Erangel or Sanhok, all that matters is how you are going to take a fight. So in that, see, Erangel's 25 minutes seem a lot. Sanhok's 25 minutes seem really less, because Sanhok, zone comes really fast and each and everything happens. But then JyanMaara comes up on top. But then we'll have to see which team was on second, third, fourth, as we'll be talking about JyanMaara obviously. But then all the other teams that did their work are right on your screen, ladies and gentlemen. JyanMaara 33 points, and on first position T2K on second position right now with 4 kills and 18 points. Team Extreme, look at the difference.
Yeah.
Look at that
10
difference,
kills.
my friend.
That is why sometimes kills are gonna matter if you are getting 10. 7 points to their name for their placement, but 10 for the kills are gonna push them up on the third in the overall standings. And PNGaming are gonna be fourth with 14 points. TM Officials are gonna be fifth with 13 points. Elementrix, once again making it into the top 8, are gonna be sixth with 10 points. Trust Deep Process also in the top 8 are gonna be seventh with 7 points. Rivals X are gonna be on the 8th position with 6 points to their name.
Yeah, as of now, this seems like a decent one as we are going down. But then Team Hype coming up on 9th position. BB ByeBye had that exit on 10th. Matt G was on 11th. Team PYRO on 12th. Vibes was out there on 13th. Red Light and Deadeye guys and Team SBA 14, 15 and 16. See, so this is one of the things. Red Light was the first team to get eliminated, but they had 1 kill. I mean, that just flips them up to from 16 to 14. I mean, not making much of a difference, but then yeah, that is kind of a still a concerning thing for them. Vibes had a good first match, but then Vibes right now was not in their vibes or what, I don't know. But then see, this changes everything for the teams. The teams that have been performing decent the first day are trying to come up to good. The teams have been performing good the first day. Right now, as we know, Elementrix is doing decently good. But if they have to go to that area, they'll have to, climb up the ladder. But as of now, if we have to talk which team on the overall standings is out where, we are going to look at that as well as we are talking, because overalls are going to matter right now. Teams will have to see how much homework they have to do, as Nepali Ho Ni obviously unfazed on the first position. PNGaming is climbing up the ladder on second. Trust the Process is on third. Rivals X on fourth. Elementrix climbed up 2 spots. Is on 5th right now. A1 eSports is on 6th, obviously coming down as they are not playing right now. Team Extreme on 7th, and JyanMaara ending this top 8 table.
Yeah, JyanMaara finally making it to the top 8, and Team Extreme slow climb coming in from them. But moving on to the next 8, we have Wolves Den on the 9th position. Rising Nepal are going to take that dip on the 10th. Vibes are going to be 11th. Team PYRO is going to be on the 12th. INES going to be on the 13th, Ultimate Bang on the 14th, SOLTISQUAD on the 15th, and Team Hype coming in on the 16th position. A slow climb coming in, but Nepali Ho Ni, with the amounts of points that they have on the first position, I believe PNGaming, they need chicken dinners to actually contest that. Finishing third or finishing fourth is not going to make that happen. But with that, let's move on and have a look at the next 8 and see how teams are doing over there. T2K on the 17th, BB ByeBye on the 18th, Damn Classy are 19th, KTM Rage is on the 20th, Matt G is on the 21st, Deadeye Guys is on the 22nd, R3D Devils are on the 23rd, and JAZEERA is on the 24th. So with these top 24 teams, as we were talking about, top 24 are going to qualify. But look at the teams who are in trouble. Let's have the next 8 on our screens and see how these teams are doing. WGxNoRules on the 25th position, 1971 Gladiators 26 as well. Team SCA are going to be 7C are going to be on the 27th. SBA are going to be on the 28th. KS Axe are going to be on the 29th. DF Rio are going to be 30th. TM Official and Red Light 31st, 32nd. Need to step it up hard this time around, because these two teams are not even able to surpass the teams that are not playing at this point.
Yeah, that is true, and that should be changing. I mean, that is not changing, but if anything, that should be changing. Teams should learn at this time. If not learn, then the team should listen what they are doing wrong, and what the teams that are doing right is all because of their best players. So let's just have a look at the top 5 players of the game as well as we are talking, because the players that actually stood out and made a change, obviously one coming up with 6 kills, 631 damage, 1 headshot, and Demon with 5 kills, 576 damage, 2 headshots. PN FSEC 4 kills, 481 headshot. Team's captain is out there, 4 kills, 390 damage, and Mr. Hughes from Elementrix coming up for the team with 3 kills and 473 damage.
Yeah, really impressive from the side of Elementrix as well, counting the kills that they have and having a good enough standing. But Elementrix was the team that we expected to actually make the push to the top 8, but PNGaming just standing out and being really consistent. But we still have Vikendi to go. But before that, the next map is going to be Miramar. We'll be back after a short break. Stay tuned and keep watching. He- Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to PMCO 2020 Spring Split South Asia Group Stages. My name is Varun Super Johnny John, being joined by Ocean Sharma, who's just banging on the drums right now.
I just like the way intros. My name is Varun Super Johnny John, joining by. And then so I kind of like that. Right? It's
Yeah.
like it's a high school musical going on. or something. Yeah,
Hey, I love that movie.
okay. Moving on. So this is the third match, right? Third match gonna come.
Yeah, third
I
match.
mean, I like Ashley Tisdale to be honest.
Yeah, I'm a big Zac Efron fanboy. But talking about fans, the fans are not going to be happy with some of the teams, and they are going to be happy with performance of some of the other teams. Cause now the first two games are over. We are heading on towards Miramar, a map that we always call slow-paced, but it is slow-paced everywhere except South Asia. Cause here teams like to fight. Here teams are not scared of each other. They will take those fights, or that seemed to be the case during the first 4 days. And
Yeah.
today things are looking like a little different.
I mean, to be honest, if I have to say, see, we have teams list out here. We were talking about Group A and the Group C
Yeah.
that is fighting out here. But then let's just go about the teams that actually fight really good in the map of Miramar. We'll talk about Elementrix, right? We can talk about PNGaming, JyanMaara. If we have to talk, we can talk about Trust the Process Team, Extreme,
Yeah.
Mad G. Sometimes they did really good. And from the groups that are not playing, let's just go for Rising Nepal. See, that team did incredibly well. INES with their DMR work. I mean,
Yeah.
Miramar is famously infamous for that. Wolves Den, they have an incredible rotation when it comes to Miramar. And from the last group, we have JAZEERA. Obviously, had a chicken dinner, so you cannot, count them out. A1 eSports. I mean, obviously,
They did well the first day, but from second day on out, they fell a little bit
And
short.
Nepali Ho Ni.
Yeah, no one is gonna forget that team who is gonna be on top for today, unless PNGaming can get that chicken dinner. Because I think one chicken dinner with at least like 10 or 9 kills is something that they need to close the gap even further, or even make the push to be the first. But by the end, I think Nepali Ho Ni have pretty much secured that spot in the first 24. The teams that are gonna be playing the semi-finals, and things once again are not looking too good for two teams in specific who are playing today. It is TM and the other one is going to be Red Light.
Red Light,
The
yeah,
two
both
teams
the
that are
teams.
next to each other in the same
Yeah.
group as well. Uh, it is tough, as I said earlier before we closed out for the break as well. Not even being able to climb up against the teams that are not even playing, that just looks weird on the points table. So once again, TM and Red Light just play for position this time around and try and rack up at least like 3 or 4 kills just to make sure that you're pushing up with every single game you play. Things are about to be over.
things are about to be over. You should be the one that you should not be the team for which things actually get over, and no one would want that. And meanwhile, if we are talking about the bottom team, so yeah, as you can see, the problem is TM official no doubt has 14 kills for 31st position. Red Light has 7 kills for 32nd position. See, this is when you compare it with other teams that have 60 kill points
Yeah.
and 50 kill points, no doubt. See, gun power, you guys also have the same weapon, the other team also have the same weapon. You guys are rotating in the same zone, the other team also is rotating in the same zone. I know why you're smiling. Yeah.
We remember that quote from Scout. Yeah.
Scout, an incredible player from India, he said that I am never scared of a fight.
Yeah.
Why? Because I have the same weapon, my opponent has the same weapon, I spot him, he spots him, we are gonna fire the same bullets.
Yeah.
But all it comes is with those skill points. If I have the skills, I know I will be flaunting them, and my flaunt comes when I am the MVP. My flaunt comes when my team wins, and that is an incredible quote to be
Yeah.
honest.
And as he said, the person in front of you is not a god. TM official Red Light, you do have what it takes to take out teams like Nepali Ho Ni, to take on teams that are on the top of the table, PNGaming included as well. But you have to be a little more smart. You have to be a little more smart as to how you utilize the skill set that you have available with your players.
Alright,
'Cause
yeah.
that is one of the most important things in the game, in team games as well. Each player comes with a different skill set. Some are really good at opping. Utsarga, for one, is really good at creating entry for his teams.
That is
and,
totally true.
Other players are going to be good at other things. But each team is going to comprise with players of these different skill sets, and you have to think about how or what is going to be the most optimal way to utilize those players. You have to be really, really smart about that. And if you can actually make it happen, you can climb up the points table in any tournament, basically.
That is totally true. So one thing I would like to ask you and to the audience as well. One day we saw Hacienda zone.
Yeah.
One day we saw Craterfield zone. One day we saw Chumasera zone. So I would like to actually ask you guys as well. Like you guys are gonna comment down below. Which
Predict.
zone can we actually expect? And if suppose if that is your favorite place as well, because the match is starting, ladies and gentlemen, you guys can see it out there, and the match is starting. And with the match, obviously, comes up responsibilities that will be right in front of you guys from La Cobreria to Impala, La Bandita, Los Lunis, San Martin, Hacienda, Cruz de Valle, El Azar, Water Treatment, Craterfield, El Pozo, Torre, Amuda, Campo. See, Campo Militar is a really good area.
Yeah.
And an incredible area. This, if I have to quote one thing, I'll say this is Giorgio Pole of Miramar.
Yeah, but let's talk about the fact the location we talked about yesterday as well, ruins. That place is so ignored; it has been dropped off the
One
map
building.
as well.
Yeah, that place has just one building, and that's
No
just
one cares
secretly-
about ruins on Miramar.
I do. I do. See, sometimes I go there and
Just chill,
just chill out.
die
I
to the
do.
zone,
Yeah.
just because you can.
Yeah,
but on the
See,
other side,
I feel
yeah.
for ruins. I feel for ruins, and ruins is my Valentine spot because that is so lonely, and so am I. I mean, not saying anything, but yeah. So meanwhile, on the other
You
end, see
have
guys.
me.
All right,
And
so I'm
you
not
have
gonna
the
sit right
community
next
as
to you
well.
from the next.
You have the community as well.
The community, I love those guys. I love the people who are watching this,
Yeah.
to be honest, jokes apart, because you guys are one of the best guys that are actually supporting your teams. And to be honest, everything
I
apart,
was-
look at the zone.
Yeah, you were asking a question about the zone, and I was just about to say this. I would love to see the final circle or the final fight happen on over to the side of Junkyard, because there is just one big mountain over there. And it is literally gonna be a king of the hill battle. But what is gonna be a battle is gonna be bot shot trying to use that vector. Dude, that is too big of a distance with an iron sight as well. That does a lot of damage to Kazi, who was trying to run away, has been dropped to 40% health, and now he knows that the squad of RL, they are charging in on him. RL, could this be your game this time around? Starting off quite strong with that vector, you can go in and charge on the players of the side of TX, but you have to be careful because Demon, he has an Uzi. On the other side, the other player was full decked out with 2 rifles with him. So, bot shot, please don't rush in, and he is rushing in. As I say that, he is trying to go in. He has taken control of that compound, but on the other side, we have BB once again charging in towards the direction of SBA. This is going to be an interesting fight because Sumit is there and BB, they are rotating in from quite an open area. On the other side, going in towards the factory that's there. Yamim, he is once again quite in the open. He has to be careful this time.
Yeah, that is totally true. And BB right now is see BB needs loot as well. As you can see, Sleepy
Yeah.
still has nothing on the loot department, and SBM14 has a shotgun and obviously a pistol. That's a deagle that he has. So if anything, the bad part is if you're not ready for a fight, you can't take a fight obviously.
Yeah.
And SBH would not want to be the first team to be eliminated. Meanwhile, BB Tamim, he is once again in a forward direction. He would not like to be eliminated in the early stages. Yamin is behind him. Sleepy on the other building. As of now, seems good. Seems bad. We'll have to see. SBS Sumit Whitey has taken a lot of damage. This much amount of damage can also be a critical damage when you talk about the early stages, early things. And Elementrix Shagar coming on TM Insane takes him down. Obviously, would like to finish him. And Elementrix Shagar, this guy is incredible. See, yesterday night I was just surfing YouTube,
Yeah.
and I saw this guy doing live stream, and this guy did incredible 1v4 right when I actually opened the live stream. He was playing solo, and he did an insane 1v4. I mean, to be honest, this guy is insane. He's really good.
Yeah, these guys are really impressive, the side of Elementrix, but today just falling a little bit short and not being able to climb as much as they should have, as much as they would have wanted to, taking a slight dip. But on the other side, as you were talking about SBA, M14, he still does not have that M14 that he wants. He has a shotgun with him at long distances. That is not going to work out. On the other side, we have Nero on our screens. In the last game, one of the first players who was eliminated quite early on, Yamin on the other side, was spotted by Nero, has taken some damage, and is going to try and find that healing utility, because this is still the early stages of the game. We are 4 minutes in, and healing utility is going to be really important if you actually want to go into a fight, because you have, as I always say, you need to think about what you're going to do after you are done taking the fight. You will have taken some damage, you need to heal that damage so you can make those rotations, and or if someone charges in on you, you are able to take the second fight and not fight from a deficit yourself, and not just be like ducks basically on hunting season and just go down sitting. But now BB and SBA, they have divided this entire location, and that asphalt road is the only thing separating these two. On the other side, the two players from the side of BB, Sleepy and his teammate, they are trying to go in for the wraparound, but now we have DE in front of us. This team is really good at team fighting. That is all I have to say. Vadu Sir, Rate, it's Illusion, and Shifu. All of these guys just fight with perfect sync.
Yeah, we have seen this team, pulling out a lot of things, and they actually changing the pace of the game. That is what we have seen from this team. And meanwhile, TDP on top, he was literally on top of the mountain.
Yeah, yesterday.
Day before yesterday, and that's like yesterday. Sorry,
yeah.
That's like kind of a way that's how he rolls and that's how he works. So that's one of the things. Puffy is not the one who is in the vehicle. Rest assured, each and every player, they have a vehicle for themselves. They are trying to find a good area. TX Demon takes on Pyro with ES. The early stage fights are happening as 62 players alive, but all 16 teams intact. No doubt, here they are trying to get kill points for themselves, and this is important. Obviously, taking out the kill. TX Demon takes out Pyro with ES with that spray of Scarl and taking some shots. Now, will it be the time to loot or not? See, he was so away from his team. And Insane right now is just 3-man squad left as they lost in a TM is 3-man squad left as they lost Insane in the early stages, and so as of now 61 people alive and 16 teams intact. Pyro, Red Light and TM Official are the teams that have lost one player. So once again, kind of a bad start for Red Light and TM Officials.
Yeah, really bad start for these two teams. Once again, getting caught off guard, trying to drop in the hot location. This is not going to work out for you. You need to go for the safer plays. As Ocean said, try and land to one of those underrated places. I think Ruins would probably work out great for these guys.
Yeah, okay. let's just not get carried away. But
yeah, let's not get carried away.
Favorite spot, alright. PYYY has been spotted out there and also taken on him. PyroYama ES with the last bullet obviously takes him down, and Captain is also moving forward. This might be really, really bad, but the Captain takes the cover of the ridge for now. Seems like a good thing. Trev ES would also like to move as soon as he can. Those two AKMs can actually rain hellfire out in this area, but then Pyro players will have to move in, because as soon as CX Viper gets revived, I think he'll just like to get into the second car of Captain and like to go as soon as he can. As of now, the ridge is saving them. Will this save be enough for him to actually show his gameplay later in the stages, or will it not going to be anything? But then we'll have to see how it all goes up. PyroYama ES slowly and steadily moving, but then the car has been taken by him. Ooh. And on the other hand, there was RL as well, but Viper has saved himself with that vehicle, and Captain is taking that charge. He's leading the charge. TX Steven on the other hand would like to take some fights, but right now would like to get back to his teammates as soon as he can. And I think Pyro just lost a potential kill because the person has been revived. He is safe. He is with his teammates. So Pyro a little bit slow in their movements as of now, but then Ahmed and Jahex, they can also create some problems.
Yeah, they can create some problems, but I would not advise them to do it, because once again, RL, you need to be careful as to how you pick your fights. Right now, just being patient and waiting for these two teams to clash up against each other is going to work out, but no, Botshot is not going to let that happen. He engages on Demon, and Demon is going to drop him. TX players, they are looking on towards the players of the squad, RL and Botshot. He was quite far away. He's going to be finished off. He is using that DMR, but he is failing to land anything on his opponents. Once again, they do not have any healing utility. They do not have a single first aid, not a single bandage. Ahmed, he has 15 bandages. He has 1 first aid and 3 energy drinks. Need to share that with your teammate this time around, because TX, they are on the other side. SB and Hero once again being taken out by your own car.
Oh, that was bad. But then let's talk about the zone. See, zone is currently at this area, as we can see. Water treatment is kind of empty. Elementrix has an airdrop around their areas. And JM, I think JyanMaara was taking some fight with someone. Croza in the first airdrop with that 8x obviously is going to be really useful to utilize on the ridge amounts and all those things. So that is going to be one thing. But then Jahex has that 8x obviously on his SKS. See, SKS and SLR are two really unique to use guns in Miramars. And SLR has 2 more damage points than SKS. So if anything, but then SLR compensates in SKS compensates in one thing, that its vertical sway is a lot less. Once you are using DMRs, you actually need to use some compensator on it rather than suppressor, because that is kind of a good thing. And Captain has been spotted right now. No shot has been on him. One shot takes him down to 35 HP, but then Jax was spotted on the other direction. Obviously, Demon was trying to give that cover fire, but then Captain, look at him. He just barely survives on 1 HP as of now. Jax's health is also low, and Ahmed, they need a backup right now. They are waiting for that adequate backup from their teammates. Where are their teammates? We'll have to see.
Their teammates are dead. They started out with a 3-man squad, and Botshot got taken out earlier on. That's why I said this team needs to be careful about. And as you said, a backup in that situation would have been
better,
would have been actually wonderful. But failing to save Botshot, they are going to be cornered in that fight. But talking about being cornered in a fight, PYRO is going to be cornered as well. They are on that low ground, and PN, the 3 players from the side of PN, they are quite spread up. They are going to be able to spot out the players of PYRO and Yama, Trevs, Smokin. They have to be really, really careful now as to not give away any useless information or any sort of information for the matter towards the player of PN. This team has been really dominant. They do not miss a single shot. They do not miss a single opportunity to take down their opponents, and they like being careful as well, because right now Mafia Ninja, you spotted him doing something weird. That was just him scoping out the nearby area and just watching that their team does not get backstabbed. Talking about backstab vibes, Knight taking a hit from TDP on top. That is once again going to be an interesting fight, and Mafia Ninja on the other side is going to fall a little bit away from his team. TDP, they have their eyes, they have their crosshairs set on the squad of vibes, in fact, and Red Eye with that M16, he is trying to spot out the players from the side of TDP, but Knight, he is going to be killed off, and no one is going to be able to save him. Red Eye once again trying to see if he can spot those players out. He has to be really careful as to how they rotate, because they are down 1 player now. They have 3 man alive, but once again, the good thing for them is they are in the circle. They are right in the circle, so they can wait this one out. There is no need for them to hurry or rush in this one.
As of now, there is no need for them to hurry or rush on this one. You are totally right on this thing, my brother. But then, just look at one thing. TDP is kind of in a good spot in the second airdrop. First airdrop had an 8x, second has a 4x. First had a Groza, second had an AUG. So, a little bit of that diversity of 7.62 and 5.56 going on within the airdrops. And obviously, the scopes are also coming in handy right now. But the major factor will be where this is. Yeah, this is around water treatment area. So, it's once again close to Elementrix's, vicinity. Yeah. It's kind of close to them. Their proximity is obviously about at that area. And PN Blend, they have spotted some players obviously trying to take fights from PYRO and Rivals. And look at this zone. JyanMaara currently at the center of the zone alongside Vibes. That is on the northern side. TDP also on the extreme north side of this zone. Elementrix have to make the move. All the other teams on the southern side have to make a move. So I think, if anything, this zone is going to change a lot of things in this game right now. PN, they could have spotted some players on the downhill area, and Hype with all 4 players intact as of now. They are using a good strategy of 3 cars. Rivals once again on your screen, ladies and gentlemen, using good strategy of 3 cars. PN Mafia Ninja, as you can see, T2K Legend goes down by his own vehicle. This is really, really bad.
That was the second player today on Miramar who got knocked down with his own car. And I wish we would have seen that. That would have been really, really an entertaining moment for all our viewers. But on the other side, what is going to be even more entertaining is going to be this clash between the side of Hype and PN. Gurkha taking a lot of damage. PN, oh, that nade coming in from SK is going to drop sec. Anish is going to be dropped to 40% health, and Gurkha steps back. SK is going to be the front line right now. Blend is the only man left standing for the side of PN, because Mafia Ninja, he rotated towards the back. He is going to come in late and try and see if his teammates are still there and are able to take the fight. But the players from the side of PN are really, really low. They have to be really, really careful this time around, or else Hype is just going to destroy them. And Dalion and SK are right there. Mafia Ninja is going to be dropped by Dalion with that sniper, and it was an SLR, one of the favorite guns.
No, it was an SKS actually, but then it was not SLR, it was SKS. So that actually was one of the things. And then
it matters, he got the knock.
Yeah, but then the grenades are coming in handy, and we'll have to see how it all changes. But then look at that! Oh my God, through the smoke, that was a cheeky one. I mean, through the smoke, and then TM Dominate has also been taken down. Team Chiku has been taken down. T2K is taking an intense fight on TM, and TN is taking an intense fight on Hype. Dominator has been finished. 57 people alive, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Gurkha YT low is down by Matt G, coming in for the third party. Really good, and a good strategy by them.
Yeah, Matt G is gonna come in for that backstab, but PN, they are still not off this fight. SK, he was left standing. Can he survive this one? And Prototype is on the other side. He is gonna try and protect his teammate, but Sek is there as well, quite up close. But now they know as well that Matt G is present, and Matt G is gonna commence and initiate the action on them as well. Because PN, they have to be careful. Blend, he is going for the revive on the side of Mafia Ninja, and Mafia Ninja, he is gonna get revived soon. I hope he does. The players are gonna be there, but they have to be careful. On the other side, we have TDP trying still in the fight with the players from the side of Vibes. But Vibes, they are gonna be in some trouble because they are on the low ground, and the blue zone is there as well. Oh no, oh no. One player Sek from the side of PN. He's gonna be finished off by the player of Hive, and Maggi is still present on the far off end. They are gonna be in trouble. They are wreaking havoc on both these squads. They have spotted the players, and Blend being spotted once again. Mafia Ninja is really low. He has been knocked for the second time. BB ByeBye taking the exit from the game is going to be the first team eliminated, and that is quite unfortunate for that squad once again. But look at this, TDP is there, Rivals is there. Can they actually third party this entire site? Vibes, they do not want any part in this. They are trying to go in for the safer play. Zarad is going to be stick around for a while, but Anik and Red Eye, they are going to fall back a little bit and be prepared to be backstabbed by another squad.
Yeah, that is true. That is totally true, my friend. And then look at this T2K. They wreaked havoc on one team T. That was team TM before. They have 2 kills in their back. They would like to move inside the zone and take a safe spot where there won't be a chance of third party. But have been spotted by JM. JyanMaara, the team that was inside the zone. And the car. The van is about to be blasted. Some other team actually finds it. They are going to blast the van. And PN Blend goes on by Hype Prototype. Takes him down. But then on the other end, Ahmed also goes on by JyanMaara's Nang. I mean, JyanMaara is on fire right now. No doubt they have just 1 kill. That is the kill that actually just came out right now. But then they are ready for a fight. Hype on the other end, SK49 is really bleeding out. But then he's outside the zone, and play zone is going to take him. No doubt Maggi is in a bad spot. T2K from one side takes on Manny, takes on blah blah. That can be really bad for Maggi. Hell is been spotted. But then Galo has also been taken down by T2K Shari. T2K can also exit, but Maggi gets it first, and Maggi comes out on 15, and PN Mafia Ninja also goes down. So that is the end of PNGaming. So many fights, so small area. This is gonna be a bad thing. High Prototype needs a revive. Will it be a good idea to revive him out here? Elementrix Orange has also been taken down. Oh my god, Elementrix in a bad spot. Rival Slayer goes down by a car 98, and Elementrix gets eliminated on 13th. What just happened?
What is going on? The 2 of the best performing teams from Group A have been eliminated already. This could mean that TDP, if they actually get this one, they can push themselves up in the standings even more. But now they have to be really careful, TDP, because it is all up on them. The pressure is going to build up soon. As I said, Elementrix being eliminated, PNGaming being eliminated could result in a really volatile situation in this game. Yeah, this game could change everything, because as it happened on day 1, 2 of the biggest teams have exited the game before we were down to top 13.
That is true, and Chibusa has been spotted. One shot connects him. That was a headshot as it takes down 53. See, if anything is damaging above 50, that's always a headshot. That's one thing about the game. And 53 damage, that means Gunnar actually landed a headshot on Shifusa. Shifusa is moving for a car right now. He wants a vehicle, and each and every team is kind of in the zone except for Shifusa, who is outside the circle. Ahmed is also Jax, sorry, is outside the circle. But look at Jax. He is gonna meet JM on the left hand side, and that can be a 1v4 or a 4v1 depending on which person actually goes down. And Jax, look at him. He's a lone survivor. Nang has been taken down. Gunnar and Wang on 1-1 house at that position, and the circle is gonna collapse. Even imagine if the circle goes on the top right side, that's gonna be a really bad spot. And Jax has been taken on exactly what I was saying, top right side, and Red Light gets the exit on 12th position. And this area, T2K Legend is the only person inside the zone. Hype Dalian takes down TX Captain with that SKS right now. JM Nang is using a first aid because that was needed. Obviously, his health was really down. TX Viper Gunner has a proximity towards that the airdrop, and obviously the airdrop has the AWM, the gun that is not just a gun, it's a responsibility, guys.
It's a cannon.
Each and every bullet counts, and with those 20 plus 5 bullets inside the gun, if you have those 25 bullets, you are gonna do some serious damage. Look at Kazi, he is just, his car is flying right now.
Just going for that extra sort of a stunt, sort of a drive with this. But another stunt is going to come in from the side of DE. They are going to drop Nang from the side of JM, and they are in trouble because they just left their teammate right there to be finished off, and that was the only decision, that was the only thing that they could do, because now they have to run away. Wang is going to be killed off, and Nang is going to be taken down. He's going to be run over by DE Illusion, sir, in that buggy. That was just BM, good sir. That was just BM. We all respect you so much. On the other side, SBA engaging on the side of rivals. Divine, he is quite low. Trigger, he is still left standing, and Trigger is going to be taken down. He is going to be knocked out, and that is just going to be 2 free kills being handed over to the side of SBA. But Divine, can he pull this off? He was healed up, but that is going to be it. SBA taking the exit on the from the game. On the other side, another team that exited is going to be rivals.
Yeah,
Wait,
we are down to
yeah.
exactly. We're down to 10 teams right now, ladies and gentlemen. DE, the good days are kind of over as they have been spotted. Illusion sir has been taken on. Vadu sir has been taken on right now. Rated sir is the lone survivor for that team. TDP Perfect. TDP has all 4 players intact. They have 7 kills. They are in the zone. I think the gods of PUBG are really good with them. They are strong with this one, so we'll have to see. And they can spot. They have spotted TX Demon, but they did not want to shoot on him. And right now they can spot JM as well. TM Jax. With this is the end of TM. Obviously down to 9 teams, 23 players alive. Red Eye, look at Red Eye. He can spot players. He has spotted some players. And SPM4 and M14 actually goes down by TDP on top. TDP on top once again on the top of a hill out here. Is ready for a fight. To kill Legends, takes down TX Demon and going for a smoke obviously to revive Red Eyes as easy as he can. Team Extreme has been eliminated by the elimination of Viper outside the play zone. 19 meters to get into the zone for Zerad. He has to get into the zone right now. Makes it 24. Hype is still surviving. Hype Dalion and Prototype, 2 players right in front of Pyro. This is a 2v3 situation right out here, but then every team has to get into the zone a bit, and the grenade comes in. Pyro Yama ES takes down Hype Dalion and Prototype. Look at him. He has to put up a first hit. Can he actually do it in time? Because he is kind of at the edge of the zone. Can he give a revive? And one more grenade. Actually, the grenade bounces back and takes down some health of Pyro players. Only Dead Eyes guys has been eliminated as the E-rated sir, and Vadu sir goes down, and Gunner actually blasts himself with a car right now. That was kind of a bad thing, and Zerad is going for those throwables. Can be good. Prototype is the survivor as SBA Sumit takes down the kill, and on top goes for SBA Sumit, and JM Gunner has been taken down by JAZEERA. And look at that Molotov. It's just a bit close to Prototype. I know he can't see it, but then, oh, the grenade. It was in air. How can you do that? And Prototype has been taken down.
Yeah, that was a Kobe coming in, and once again getting a really good nade is going to be important. On the other side, another person who was chunking those nades is out of the game. I was going to say Zerad was pretty impressive, but on the other side, JM Sonim is going to be taken down, and that's going to be it for the side of JyanMaara as well. We are down to the top 5 teams in this game, and Trusty Process are looking pretty good, are looking pretty strong to take another chicken dinner for themselves. They are still strong with 4 players alive. Team SBA is in there. Once again, a lot of expectations from the players. Pyro is going to be taken out. T2K, Vibes, SBA, Trusty Process. Which one of these teams is going to take the chicken dinner? The probability is towards the side of TDP. Just
20 bucks says, 20 bucks says TDP wins.
Dude, I was going to bet on TDP as well.
That now you're late. Now I call shotgun on that. I mean, you don't use shotgun, but I can call shotgun on that.
I'll put my hopes and I'll put my beliefs in the side of SBA.
Look at SBA Sumit Whitey. He just has a cover of smoke, and Anik has been spotted, and look at that spray. That spray is a good laser spray, and that is going to take out Anik with just 1 HP remaining. One more time the spray is going to counter, and that is the end of Vibes, ending up on 4th. TDP on top is playing incredible, and will try to take down, and takes him down with just 1 HP remaining. Legend survives to see another day. How long is he going to survive? Will he be giving kill to SBA, or will will he be doing 1v3
Yeah.
to SBA?
This
That's a
man-
big question.
TDP on top. This man is a beast with the high ground. You give him a mountain, you give him a hill.
Maybe that's
he
why
is
his
gonna make
name is
his
on
count.
top.
Yeah, definitely. I think that is gonna be the reason. T2K Legend, the only man surviving for his team. He has to be really, really careful so that he can take his team at least into the top 2 and secure some extra points for them. On the other side, SBA, they are quite in the open. Surya is quite low. Nero, it's up to him. Sumit has been dropped quite low as well. Nero, he's gonna run in and he's gonna be knocked down as well. That was really, really bad decision from your teammate. Sumit, he has to be careful now. On the other side, Surya, he has to be careful as well. He's the only man left standing for his teammate. Sumit, you can already count him out on top, trying to get a good vantage point and is going to try and finish these players off. On the other side, Surya is going to be taken out by on top. This man is a monster, already racking 6 kills of the 12 that is his team has 50% kill contribution. But now TDP, they are charging in on Legend and on Sumit at the same time. They are looking to finish this off. 2-2 split coming, and Sumit, he only has a smoke protecting him. And who is going to go down first? SB is going to be taken out on the third, and that is just going to be T2K Legend in a 1 versus 4 situation. This man has a storm heading towards him, and the storm is going to take him. The name of the storm was on top, finishing the last 2 players for himself, getting 8 kills in that game.
8 kills is a number. It's not even a number. It's not even a number. It's a statement that
Yeah.
he has actually delivered to his opponents. That Miramar is where I stand on top.
Yeah, the man is a god of snipers, man. We saw him yesterday as well. Yesterday was quite unfortunate. Took a nade to the face by the players of Rivals. But this time, Rivals were taken out, so he had no one.
He has even.
He has
see,
no one
his name is
contesting
on
him,
top. Yeah, his name is on top, but he has even the playing field for everyone. To be honest, I mean, pun intended, no pun intended. I don't know, but still, this
I don't know,
guy,
man.
this guy, this guy.
He's not a guy. He's a monster. He's a beast. And if he's a beast, if he has the high ground.
Yeah,
He-
he's
yeah.
the king. He's the king. I mean, maybe
He's like
that's
Obi-Wan Kenobi from Star Wars. If you get that
if you get that reference, yeah.
like just say in the chat.
Yeah, if you get that reference, just say in the chat. Chat in the stay, you must.
So you get that reference as well.
Yoda. But then, nevertheless, talking about the game,
Yeah.
see, the teams once again that we wanted, Elementrix, kind of not at that thing. And Red Light did not finish 16th. I mean, for a change, they were on 12th. Maybe they were trying to go for the position thing. I mean,
Yeah.
seriously, they were trying to go for the position. They were doing that, trial and error for their positions. And the other teams that were out there, if you have to talk about SBA. SBA had a really good fight. SBA Sumit
Yeah.
was, they were rotating out for the areas. Those were one things. PYRO, they were taking fight from TX. TX landed them to 1 HP. Viper was on 1 HP when he was saved and taken back. So
Yeah.
all those things were happening, and that actually shows how ridges are and what ridges can actually do when it
Exactly.
has to change the pace.
And ridges are what changed the situation for SBA as well, wherein Nero was caught out trying to run in down a ridge, and on top was the man who caught him out. But let's have a look at the MVP, who all of us, I think by now know, we have been taking his name again and again. It is going to be Trust D Processes on top with 8 kills, 1400 damage, 9 kilometers traveled, and 24 minutes of survival time. 1400 damage by one man, just one man, in one game. I mean, if you have 8 kills, makes sense.
It makes sense. And 9 kilometers of distance traveled, obviously. But then, to be honest, my new favorite guy, my new favorite player, to be honest, I have
Yeah.
to say, TDP on top. See, when it comes to Miramar, this guy knows how to show results.
Yeah.
When it comes to, there was a time when he sprayed a player through the smoke. He was
Yeah.
just doing hit and trial through the smoke. And what happened is, when he saw the hit points, he knew where to actually move his cursor and just go for that kill. And that was incredible. And
Yeah.
now let's just move to game standings to see which team is second, because we know which team is first, obviously. So yeah, TDP is out there with those 14 kill points and 34 points. Team T2K.
I did not expect that. T2K 22 points, 8 kills. Wow.
I mean, see, what Legend did is, if it would happen 10 points, then second and third would have swapped. Maybe that would
Yeah.
have been there would have been some change or something. But then T2K is out there on second. SBA is on third. Legend he played passively to take his team to second position. If anything, otherwise the situation would have been different. And JyanMaara is out there on 14th. Vibes is out there on on 4th. Vibes is out there on 5th. Hype is in top 6. PYRO on top 7, and Team Extreme is on 8th with 8 points in total.
Yeah, moving on to the bottom 8, we have Rivals in an unfortunate situation. they were eliminated quite early on, but still, since they had 4 kills, they are going to be 9th in this game. Deadeye guys are going to be 10th, and Elementrix, really unfortunate, are going to be on the 11th position. Mad G, they are going to be 12th. TM Officials are going to be 13th. Red Light 14th. PNGaming 15th. BB ByeBye are going to be 16th. So, I want to talk about this, Ocean. PNGaming and Team Hype. That was a really risky fight that they were having. It was on the slope of a ridge with just some cover, and you have to be careful because we always, like, you can't ignore the fact that you can be third partied, and that is exactly what happened. Mad G was trying to engage in that fight, and then they got third partied themselves.
Yeah, I mean, see, Miramar, we say it's a game of ridges, but then it's a game of open area as well.
Yeah.
You need to be aware of your surroundings. And once, see, when you're using red dot, see, red dot has a small crosshair area. You can see all the whole of the area. But when you're using 8x, you can see long distances, but you can't see your surroundings. So that's some of the things.
Yeah, scopes are gonna be useful because, as you said, even with hollow sight, it is there. Even with hollow sight, some of the vision does get taken away because with the red dot, you can see your surroundings a little bit. But with that, let's see which players from this game actually saw their opponents and took those shots. And it is going to be TDP on top in the first position with his 8 kills, 1400 damage, 1 headshot. Utsarga from TDP is going to be second with 4 kills, 695 damage and 1 headshot. T2K Chari is going to be third with 4 kills, 575 damage, 2 headshots. T2K Legend is going to be fourth, one of the last people surviving for his team with 4 kills, 465 damage and 0 headshots. SBA Sumit is going to be fifth player and has 4 kills, 414 damage and has 1 headshot. So all of these players we saw in the last fight situation.
Yeah, I mean, they actually shined out really good because SBA Sumit, as we were talking about the Hype and PNGaming's fight, he took one of the kills as well, the Leon's kill when he was knocked out and the spray came in from behind. So that's like one of the things that he actually did. So by hook or by crook, if you're taking the kills for your team, you're actually racking up those kill points. And if you are eliminating someone, that means you'll obviously be finishing above them, and that's like one of the things that actually, you know,
yeah,
it helps you win the game.
Points are points. They help you win the game. They help you stay in the tournament and qualify for the semi-final stages. But we have one more map remaining. That is going to be Vikendi. It's going to be up after a short break. We'll be right back. Stay tuned and keep watching. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to PMCO 2020 Spring Split South Asia Group Stages. Once again, this is Varun Super Johnny John being joined on the desk by Ocean Sharma. And last game for the day is Vikendi Ocean. And
Last game for
Elementrix
the
is
day
playing today.
is Elementrix's baby.
Could be, could be. They have always been strong on Vikendi and have always gotten that chicken dinner for themselves. And this is definitely going to be required from the side of Elementrix if they want to climb and be on top. But I think by now it is already too late because PNGaming is actually the team that's contesting Nepali Ho Ni for the top spot on the overall table. Elementrix are pretty comfortable if they are just looking to qualify. I'd say they're more than comfortable right now.
They're more than comfortable. They are at an easy spot if they want to get up to any other mark, to be honest.
Yeah.
But right now, if anything, Elementrix have done their homework. They know what mistakes they were making today, and they would like to rise above from those mistakes and would like to be at a point where if not chicken dinner, they'll be aiming for top 3 at the end or something like that.
Yeah, top 3 is definitely going to be good. And if you have enough kills, you can probably take the top spot without even having the chicken dinner. But that's going to be a lot of extra effort that's going to be required from the team's side. Going into the game, once again, Elementrix eliminated quite early on. Another strong team that was eliminated quite early on was PNGaming.
Yeah, PNGaming was also like at that spot, but then I think this can be a map of comeback if
Yeah.
they work around their soft corners and would like to go really with a different strategy, because Vikendi demands a different strategy. Starting from your landing spot, you're getting SMG loots, you're getting Win 94s as well.
Yeah.
Sometimes you're getting snowmobiles and all those things. You'll have to go through snowy areas sometimes and all those things. The new vehicle that there is, Zima, obviously creates a lot of difference when it comes to gameplay, game styles, game strategies, game mechanics. If you have to if you have to summarize it
yeah.
overall, that is what one thing. And we are in the game, ladies and gentlemen, from Dino Park, from Minar, if you have to say Minar, to Zababa Port, so Cosmodrome, Coal Mine, Goroka, Mount Kresnik, Villa, Dobromesto, Castle, a cement factory can be
No
a
one goes to
crucial area.
Castle. No one goes to Castle. We have
So guys,
seen that.
yeah, once
Yeah.
again, just comment down your favorite spot on Vikendi. We'll see if your favorite team is landing at your favorite spot.
Yeah, okay. You have been asking me questions and you've been asking our lovely viewers these questions as well. What is your favorite spot on Vikendi Ocean? You can't do Inky Pinky Ponky on this.
Okay.
You have to tell honestly.
I mean, to be honest, I like Goroka. Goroka is a good area because it has
Yeah.
smaller. See, you can loot Goroka easily. One of the best things about Goroka is it's easy to loot. It's easy to rotate from one area to another, and with that easiness, it's one thing. And oh my God, zone is once again.
Easiness.
Zone is once
Yeah.
again. It's like 70-30. 30% of zone is in the water and 70% is on the land. We'll have to see how the zone actually compensates with all of this. But
Yeah.
then PYRO squad, you can see PYRO Trev. Yes, he has not yet dropped inside at his location or anything. He's still going really strong to some area which he might like. Meanwhile, on the other hand, TDP, the team has taken a drop right now as we were talking, and they would
Yeah.
like to start their loot, and that loot is obviously going to make some difference for this team, because this team has had a chicken dinner, would like to make 2.
Yeah, but on the other side, one interesting thing about TDP, look at this. Where on top is, his teammates are quite far away from himself because they were not even visible on the minimap on his screen. But they have to be really careful. As I said, on top is split up from his teammates, and he could actually come in contact with one of those teams. But TM once again are going to be the first ones in the circle, but on the southern side of the map. Talking about contact between teams, DE, they could actually engage upon the side of TX, Demon, Kazi, Illusion, and Shifu. All 4 players are right next to each other, and Captain is coming in from the back. This thing could turn wild in an instant, but we will have to wait for that.
We will have to wait for. We'll have to see when it all happens. And Demon currently has no guns, no helmet, no vest, so that's gonna be a bad thing. DE, if they have a bit of a loot, I think they can take down one player. That is Viper. Look at Viper; he's really critical. And Shifusa is moving from one area, and yes, Waduser can spot him. G36C can actually be that thing, the game-changing thing out here. Illusions are moving forward. He knows that Viper is low on health. He can go for punches as well, and he is trying to go for it. Will it be a punch game? I don't know, because punches are coming, and yes, a punch comes up, and Illusions takes down Viper and would like to finish him with the punches only. I mean, the game started.
Yeah.
The first knock was by okay. Oh, Uzi comes in, but then I mean,
Vadu
the
just
punch
went
was doing
nope.
the work. To be
Yeah.
honest.
But the punch was doing the work, and we all wanted to see someone die to fist. But Vadu, I don't think he wanted to see. He was like, just
today.
let's just hurry up and finish this, get this game over with.
Let's just get the chicken dinner in this game.
Yeah.
Come on, guys.
But
enough.
here
enough
comes
playing around.
Captain. He has an AK with him, and he has 2 rifles on himself. He can actually get revenge for his teammate and turn this entire situation around on towards the side of DE Illusion. He is there. He was dropped quite low, but on the other side, Vadu, Rated, Shifu, they are coming for their teammates' rescue, and Captain, he has to be really careful. They already lost one teammate right now, and Captain is going to be dropped down as well by Illusion, who was at 10% health. Demon, can he actually come in for the rescue of Captain? Captain, he is going to be finished off. Illusion getting the kill with that Uzi. Oh boy, DE are just in a lot of trouble. And early game stages, you need the healing utility as well. So DE, you survived that one. Time to move on to the next one and try and see if you can actually, if you are healthy enough to take the next fight. That's all I want to say.
Yeah, that's gonna be an important one, obviously. So that's one of the things that I would like to see, how it all changes, how it all happens, and all those things. But then, Gurkha, as you can see guys, this is like one of those things that happens. Hype has been doing decent, if not good.
Yeah.
So Hype needs to pick up their pace. T2K has been doing decent, if not good. So these are the teams that need to do a bit more research, bit more homework, because tomorrow it's gonna be a different story. Tomorrow there are going to be different fights between different teams, different groups are going to be out there to show their gameplays. And Cosmodrome has been taken by T2K, as if we want to talk about this game right now. MP5K and Thompson in the hands of T2K. Hunter Thompson with a suppressor, MP5K with a flash hider. All right, this looks really good for him. And as MP5K is a good gun, to be honest. The thing that it lacks is a range, a bit of range, and a bit of firepower. Otherwise it is really fast when it comes to fire, but then those are some things that's one thing that it compensates, is that in the close range it's kind of a second Uzi, if not
Yeah.
the first thing, because it's really fast. And G36C and AKM a good combination in the hands of Rivals Noob. And Dead Eyes Rated, sir, he has spotted one more player, that is TX Kazi. This might be an early end game for TX, as they are gonna lose one more player, as 3 players are charging in, and he has been spotted. More damage has been given to him. He will be taken down, and that will be end game for him as well. TX is down to really less amount of people. Obviously TX Demon we saw there. We'll have to see what will be his play after this.
Yeah, DE, I think they have some sort of a vendetta against those players and that team number 9 in specific. They are not looking to stop. They are going for the hunt for these guys and finishing them off with nothing but the Uzis making all the plays happen. But now, that was an M24 lying on the floor. That is going to be a good early game route, but you need a scope to make that work. Having an iron sight on that is not going to work out, and that was supposed to be a snow mic. Shifu, you are not supposed to ride on asphalt or on rock for that matter. Oh boy.
Yeah, I mean, but he's like, if it works, it works, right?
Yeah.
So and if it is working, it is working. So there is one of those things. We'll have to see how everything else changes on it. SB Sumit YT is moving forward. SB Nero, SB Surya taking out the third vehicle in his hand. Sumit YT, he has a snowmobile. One player has JAZEERA, the other 2 have Zima. So that is a good thing in their hand. Zima, it's kind of an underrated vehicle, to be honest. When you want to talk about speed, on the other hand, as you can see, Surya is in Zima, and Zima is an incredibly underrated vehicle. It is really fast. See, Nero has to use boosters on his JAZEERA. He had to use boosters on it. He is using boosters from time to time, but Surya is not even picking up the pace with the boosters. So that actually shows how good the vehicle is with the speed. He's still able to catch up to him. So if anything, we'll have to see how that happens. And Hype prototype, we could see Hype Squad out there, and TDP, you guys, with Sarga and Puffy. Zima is like a new meta that people actually use, and the number plate says 1408JJ. I was just trying to read what number plate actually says on Zima, and yes, the number plate says 1408JJ out here, and we'll have to see. See, this is kind of a different rotation. You know, the zone is kind of in water, so you can go to the shore side. As you can see the minimap, the players are in the shore side, and he was playing FPP in TPP. He's using the FPP mode.
Oh boy, that is gonna be interesting. Having TPP, I think, just makes things a little bit easier for you, because you can peek the corners. That is the advantage of it, and it can result in a lot of amazing fights. What is happening, Ocean? Help me with this. Why is Botshot sitting in a car next to a rock?
He's like camping out in that area. He
Chilling.
just needs to light out a fire and just sit there. And
Oh yes, all the ice. You have grass nearby. You have those
you
huts
have that
nearby
hut
as
nearby.
well.
Yeah, that's so
A
Soothing, I
beautiful
don't know.
scenery.
Yeah, I want to go to Himalayas after this. If this all is over, I don't know. But yeah, he might be disconnected, jokes apart, or
Yeah.
something like that. That's one thing that he'll have to see what happens. And then PN Anish is in his Zima right now, has 30 bullets in this AKM, is refueling the vehicle, a really good strategy. Groza comes up good with that suppressor sniper, level 3, great stuff, and is going around cement factory area. As we could see through minimap, it says TORY, that is probably factory, if not anything. PN Anish, PN Blend, FSEC, and Ayush. You guys, these four people are looking really good in their compounds. They want to loot, they want to move. They have a Zim, they have two Zimas and one Dacia that they have parked. One green, one yellow, and one blue colored car. So that's a good combination, to be honest. But then they would like to move as soon as they can. And RLE, three players out here. What are they doing? Look at this. Look at this. What are they doing?
I guess at this point, RLE, they're just having fun. RL, uh, guys, you guys are in the bottom eight. You have to be careful. Okay, talking about being careful, just playing with three players, they have to go for those survival points. So I think this is actually a good strategy for them. Avoid all fights. Just be careful. Make those rotations as like whatever based on whatever suits you, and like early rotations if you are comfortable hiding and staying patient on the other side. Late rotations if you want the other teams to already be there and are gonna be careful on your way in. That's the problem. If you're rotating late, people are gonna be targeting you, so you have to be careful making your way inside the zone. On the other side, rotating early, you can be there's a slight chance that you'll be caught off guard, but you'll be there first. You'll be able to find a safe place to hide, and you'll be able to take any fight you want from your position. You have to initiate that fight. On the other end, PN right now engaging on the players of PYRO, and PYRO, they are just going to run away. Once again, do not want to fight PN.
Yeah, as of now, they do not want to fight PN at any point, at any point. But then RL has been spotted. Pod shot getting a lot of shots out here, is down to 20-ish HP, if not 15 HP. And then Pyro Smoking ES wants to spot a player once again. Had a 6 times on his G36C, but right now he would like to be as passive as he can, just to make his opponents have that one mistake. PN Anish has been is using M16, and this M16 had 3 bullets. Would like to reload, have 40, and would like to go on it once again. FSEC and Anish are ready for a fight. JyanMaara on their back, and Pyro Travis has that M24 that can be deadly if has a good scope on it. If not anything, if his shot actually lands on someone, it's gonna be a lot of pain on their head if it's a headshot. And as I was saying, Insane goes for it, lands up a headshot on FSEC and takes him down. That M24 has roared with the sound. That's gonna be in the head of FSEC as it was a headshot. Now, right now, the circle's gonna close up. So the circle's gonna close up slowly and steadily. We'll have to see where the circle goes, because no one is on Tovar, Abbey, Castle, and Cement Factory, and a part of Volnova and Winery. So those areas are isolated. No player is around that area. And yes, the circle is going to Volnova area. Volnova, Winery are kind of in the center. Why?
Yeah.
Look at Vibes. Vibes are at the southern side. They have Elementrix and BB right next to them.
They have been there for quite a while, but this is going to be good for them since they are already in the play zone. And another team that is already going to be in the play zone is going to be SBA. On the other side, I was just going to ask this, where is Elementrix? Elementrix is right next to BB, and I think those two are going at it. But on the other side, another team that is continuously fighting right now is going to be Pyro, and the side of PN AFSEC, he was dropped low, but now he has healed up. On the other side, that M24 is going to be destructive. Look at this, RL bot shot, but the squad of Pyro just passed him. On the other side, we have the second airdrop in there as well with the MK14 and the level 3 gear for anyone who wants it. But Pyro, they are going to regroup. JyanMaara was there as well. JyanMaara, they are just waiting for this fight to start and these two teams to go ham on each other so they can actually third party and finish off whoever one is low.
They would like to go for it. They would like to do it. And Madgy, blah, 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 has been taken down by DE Illusion, sir, with that M4. And Traded, sir, goes on CFH with that MP5K. I think Madgy is in a bit of a trouble as CFH has been eliminated. Blah, blah, blah will also be taken down out of the server. So Madgy losing their 2 players. It's down to Manny and Yelu. Then we'll have to see what they do those two guys do, because they are kind of stuck up at one fight. As they can see, TDP on top comes in close to them. The MVP of previous match is making the smart move. Moving ahead, moving far away right now, because that is one thing that is needed. Madgy Manny would like to see, because TDP has surrounded them. If not surrounded, TDP is on their one side and on top.
Yeah.
Once again going on top. I mean, this guy likes to go to that area. High prototype takes down JM Sonem. So I think on top will be having a good angle, while TDP's other 3 players would like to rush in as easy and as soon as they can. And look at one thing. Hype Squad actually took down GM from that distance.
That is just incredible from this team. And JyanMaara, their plan just backfired. They were planning to backstab the teams of Prototype, but they are getting hit on themselves. On the other side, did I just see PNGaming take another hit from somewhere else? This situation is going ham. And yes, RL was the team that engaged upon them. This could be really, really bad. Bot shot going down. Avsec was the man who did it, and bot shot is in close quarters. PN, they are quite comfortable with the cover that they have. Ayush, he was knocked out, but he is going to be revived. On the other side, PN, two of their players were knocked out. If RL actually run in and go for a rush, they have a chance of coming back and winning this fight. But Anish, he was revived, and Avsec, he is going to be taken down by Imaz Ahmed. That's going to be 2 kills for this guy, 2 free kills. See, I said you need to rush in. That was the right moment, but on the other side, bot shot, he's going to be finished off. Imaz Ahmed, he's going to get 2 kills, and now Jack is there as well. But now here comes the remaining 2 players from the side of PNGaming. Could PNGaming be the first squad being eliminated from this game? That can potentially happen, but now the players from the side of RL have moved on to the top floor, and the health advantage has been taken away from them. But Maz Ahmed, you need to heal up. If he heals up right now and jumps down and takes this fight with a split, he can help his team actually win this. But with the nade being cooked, is this going to be enough? Oh, that was a bad nade. It bounces off and lands outside. Blend just missing his mark. That was quite unfortunate.
If that would have been a proper nade, then that would have actually taken down 2 people. But then it's a 2v2 fight right now. RL versus PN. Both teams are remaining with 2 players. Blend wants to have that open area from where he can move in. And RL has smoked into that area because they know they do not want to give a chance to their opponents. Blend is on the other house right now. Anish is on that house only. Blend is looking for an opening. Anish is looking for an opening. Jahex, as you can see, is coming out from that area. Molotovs comes in, goes to Jahex, and is doing incredible amount of damage to him. This is really bad for him. Blend is wanting to move in. Blend is moving in, throwing up another thing. Another throwable has been thrown out. That's a grenade, if I'm not wrong. We'll have to see what happens. And they are getting shot from the other direction as well. That is really bad for them. RL was in a strong spot right now, has turned it down. The tables have turned. They are on a weaker area. That upper ridge, upper area is actually going to be their demise, if I'm not wrong. Look at Jahex. He's taking that TPP. He knows that a player would like to come to from that area only. That's a fielding. They have set up a fielding. They're like, if someone enters through that door, I'll shoot, you'll shoot. We'll see. See, that's a good fielding. That's an incredible fielding from their side. And PN would like to move in. If PN moves in, they are going to lose one of their players, if not 2, before getting finished off. And that's one thing. And on the other hand, an M24 is ready for a headshot.
Yeah, you have to lie down. A good decision from the players of RL, but they have an M24 of their own lying in front of them.
You know what they can do? Imaz Ahmed can drop a gas can where the Molotov is.
Yeah, it's going to blow up.
As soon as a player enters, they just start blowing the gas can.
Yeah.
I mean, that can be a strategy, if anything. But then the Molotov was coming in hot. Look at Blend. Blend wants that opening. Blend wants to move in, but will it be enough? We'll have to see. And JAZEERA takes on SBM14 as we are talking. But then Imaz Ahmed, both the players know the location. It's that cat and mouse chase, the cop chase that's going on. And once again, the gas can is going to be game-changing, if I'm not wrong, because the gas can is changing everything. Imaz Ahmed was spotted. He was shot at a bit. He would like to heal up if he has good healings. Yes, he has, and he is using bandages right now. And Jahex is up on the upper floor. Anish and Blend, they want to move in, but will they or will they not? That's one thing. Imaz Ahmed is gonna pop up a first hit that Jahex just dropped, and yes, he's going to use it as of now. Anish wants to move in. Blend wants to move in. The slow pacing. Jax has dropped down. Anish was looking for that opening, but as of now, this is one thing. Wives Knight has taken down SBS Surya. Yeah, to see how the fight changes.
This is just incredible, and we do not want to miss this fight. But on the other side, the circle is coming in as well. And Ocean, what a surprise! Finally, someone heading towards the side of Castle. It is none other than the team of rivals. Thank you, guys. Thank you for showing us this moment. You are the first one in that location to ever be there, I guess. But we have the third airdrop coming in with the AWM, the 4x smoke, and the level 3 kit as well. AWM, a really strong gun. Just need to land one shot, but the ammo is just not there. Talking about ammo, Imaz Ahmed has taken some in his own body. Once again, being dropped really, really low. Does not have any healing utility. Only has 20 bandages on himself. So, once again, they are making the same mistake again and again. They know where they are getting shot from. They know where they are vulnerable, but they go in for the fight. But on the other side, another fight is Vibes versus Elementrix. And Red Eye, he is so low. He's so close to dying. He does not even have the opportunity to heal Elementrix. They have cornered him. He does not has the time to use them though. The 7 first aids, they are going to be wasted if Elementrix actually get him. And now he is going for the heal, but on the other side, Elementrix, they are going in for the revive. It was 2 versus 1. You could have actually taken the kill, but now Red Eye, he has healed up. Can he win this 1 versus 4? The players from the side of Elementrix, they are back up again. And he is going to go for the peak. He's going to drop Poo Poo Man. Orange, he is still standing. He is still quite strong. He can take the fight. Come with a jump shot, and Vibes is going to be wiped out from the squad. The first squad to go out. On the other side, Elementrix not getting knocked down.
Orange
3 players
just
knocked
flushed
down.
it. Orange just flushed it for the team, but then there was one player coming through water. No one actually saw him. He is behind Elementrix. If he comes on land, that is going to be the end of Elementrix as well. That's going to be something. And on the other hand, PN and RL will be back to that because the fight is back to square one.
Yeah, that is just not gonna stop. I think we just have that Vikendi moment once again, wherein you just wait.
Yeah,
And okay, that time it was just 1 player and 1 player. This time it's 2-2, so they can basically wipe 2 squads, I guess. But talking about wiping squads, one thing that lets you do that is the M249.
It's not a gun. It's just a beast. It's a machine. I mean,
A gun is a machine. Sort of.
okay.
Yeah.
So that's an awkward moment. No, I was gonna do a word pun.
Oh,
Word play with INES machine.
okay.
Yeah, but nevertheless, back to the game. BB is out here and PYRO, as you can see, and PN and RL and TM, obviously Team Mercenaries is out there right in front of you guys, and PN, as you can see, we have had the area. But Anish is trying to spot some players. He's just trying to wreak havoc or chaos in the minds, and he wants to play mind games, and those mind games are coming in really good right now.
Yeah.
Anish wants to move in, Blend wants to move in. They just want to move up. They are done with the throwables and utilities, I guess, because Molotovs were coming in really handy right now. Blend wants to move in. They are saying that we will charge. I think they want to charge. Blend is taking that TPP. He was trying to spot, and Jahix can be spotted. He has thrown a Molotov which stops Anish from moving. As you can see, Anish is on one side. He's dropped his pan because he knows that right now it's not going to be useful. He has dropped his angled foregrip. Might be using something else or might not be using something else. It might be, some different scenario or situation. We'll have to see how it all changes and what happens in all the reasons of the game. But then Emaz Ahmed, that guy, he just threw that Molotov, and that Molotov actually changed the way, because Anish wanted to barge in, but he could not.
Ocean, you and I were having this conversation as to how flashes and stun grenades are one of the most underutilized things in competitive and in high tier PUBG. But in that situation, I think a stun would actually work out pretty well. You can throw it down the ladder and use it as an escape route. Talking about escape, Shagar from the side of Elementrix is not going to have that. Elementrix just being caught out by the side of BB ByeBye, and Mr. Yozu is going to come charging, and it is a 3 versus 4 situation. Here comes the nade. Yamin, he is going to be taken down. Oh, he still survives, but Yuzu being created for the side of the meme, who is going to come out. It is a 2 versus 3. Yamin, he has taken some damage, has dropped to 50% health, but Sadat and Shino, they are still standing. Orange and Poo Poo Man, can you make this happen? Poo Poo Man going in for the revive on towards Mr. Yozu. Orange, he was dropped low and he was knocked down as well. It all comes down to Poo Poo Man. Orange, he is burning alive in that Molotov, but Mr. Yozu, he is going to be revived. Poo Poo, he is going to go for that second revive on his next teammate, but they are taking damage, and BB ByeBye are not looking to stop. Poo Poo Man is going to be taken down as well. He's going to be finished off. Mr. Yozu, can you save your team, good sir? Your teammates need you in a 1 versus 3 situation. Can this man pull off the ultimate play, the ultimate clutch this time around? BB ByeBye, or are they just going to finish off the squad of Elementrix? This is not looking too good for Elementrix, but this could be good. Hype is here as well, and Hype could be the team that rescues them. BB ByeBye, they have lost Siddharth, who was knocked down. Tamim is quite low on the other side. Shino is the only healthy player, and Dalion has been taken down. Oh my god.
An M24 headshot, but look at this. Shino has a proper opportunity. He can take that kill. He knows that there's a player out there, but I think Dalion will be taken down by Insane player, by TM Insane. Only the grenade was coming in out here, but I don't so Grenade's gonna do anything. But then Cheeto takes on Hype Gurkha. Hype
What?
Gurkha was behind him. The grenade actually takes him down. A smoke is being done. He knew that there's a player out there, and obviously he takes him down. The Leon is in a critical condition right now. He needs a revive, but he won't be getting it because another M24 shot comes in and takes on the Leon as well. And a revival is coming in by SK49 on Gurkha. We'll have to see what Prototype does in this situation, and Sumit was also behind him. Throwables are being used on each and every area, because that's one thing. Demon takes on T2K Hunter, and Tamim has spotted someone who was trying to shot on them. Would like to give enemies a hit, as Sadat was also taking TPP. Demon takes down T2K Hunter by a car blast, if anything. We'll have to look at the amount of vehicles that are surrounding this building as well. Rival Stickers take down TDP on top. TDP on top, the MVP of last game, is in a bit of a trouble right now. Elementrix, BB, Hype. 3 teams out here. Rivals Divine takes down TDP Mr. Thing with a grenade. So I think TDP is being contested by 2 different teams.
Yeah, TDP are in trouble as well, but once again, BB ByeBye, they were in trouble the moment Hype arrived, but now Hype, they are stuck in an open situation. On the other side, a Molotov knocking down the players of the side of TDP, and the circle is once again in a really weird situation. I mean, it is Vikendi after all, but we are heading towards the closing stages of the game. Still 14 teams alive, 38 players in game as well. I think this is the longest we have gone, but as I was about to say that SBA was knocked out of the game instantly.
Yeah, I mean, SBA was knocked out of the game, and as of now, we are, as you said, 13 teams are alive, so that's one of the things. And TX Demon is kind of critically low on health, just surviving for his team as soon as he can. T2K wants that kill for them just to open up their kill number, as they have 0 kills right now. They've lost 1 player, that is T2K Hunter. That was courtesy of TX Demon only. He just took up that kill. And JM Wong takes on PN Blend. As we are talking, we are fighting in this area, because this area, it seems really critical right now for each and every team. If they'll be losing their players at this stage, in the 6th circle, I've never seen 6th circle accumulating so many teams. Shivusa has been taken down. Hyper takes down DD Tamim. Rivals Divine was spotted by T2K Bolihang, but then Chiku goes for DE Shifu. So I think this might be the end of DE as well. And Team Extreme actually goes down because Play Zone eats Demon, and that was really, really bad for him and bad for the team. They got eliminated on 13th position in this game. PN, Anish and Blend are surviving, as they were on the next building of RL Imaz Ahmed, from where the fight actually started. Jax and Ahmed are still trying to take the control of their fight. These two players are still out in this area, in these buildings, and in this particular zone, because the zone is still on them. Trigger has Magigilu right in front of him, 2 trees, and he can actually spot him. He does not know, and now he has to get up to find someone, and he is constantly losing his health. He wants Gilu to move forward so that he can actually take him from behind. Hype Gurkha YT goes down, and Prototype has also been taken down by BB Tamim. BB is looking good in the fight. Mr. Hyozu, he needs a revival. That smoke is going to be really, really good, and Trigger wants to spot him. Trigger is using the first aid. Once he does that, I think, but then won't be getting a chance, obviously, from behind. That's going to be bad, and Playzone is taking players, and Maggi Manny was one. Rivals Divine, he can be a sole survivor for the team, and Mr. Hyozu has stepped up once again. He would like to pop up a first aid, and maybe, just maybe, after this, they take fight from BB.
Oh no, but the nade was quite close to him. Will he survive that? And as I said, BB Shino, the nade is going to knock him down once again, causing the revive of Mr. Poo Poo Man, just proving to be useless. But on the other side, once again, it's a 2 versus 3 situation, and Mr. Yuzu, he's going to be spotted out, he's going to be finished off, but Poo Poo Man is going to knock down Shino in return, and here come Tamim and Sadat. Can they take on Poo Poo Man? He was in the smoke. Oh, he steps out, he knocks down one, but he's going to be finished off. And Pyro Tracy is here. Can he pull this off? Can he take advantage of this fight? He knocks down one, but Tamim, he is in the smoke. He is in a 1 versus 1 situation. This is the most even it has been, but now here Myth is here, and Pyro, they are gonna finish the squad of BB ByeBye. Pyro just striking at the perfect moment and just taking whatever they can. These guys are hungry for those kills, and they shall be fed.
I just want to see if they spot Hype SK49, who is a lone survivor for the team. Yama ES is moving forward. SK49 not making any move, and Pyro is unknowingly creating a cover for SK49.
Yeah,
that's something different, and they have created a full cover for him so that he can go through. He can cross the road through smoke. And I don't know if SK49 knows it. He is still alive. He is still moving and kicking and breathing in this game for his team. He has taken his team to top 9 right now, but will he be able to take it anymore further? JM Wong has been taken on by RL JX. We'll have to see where does this fight go. Yelu is moving forward, the lone survivor for the team, and would like to that kill, and yes, he has stolen. No, the kill actually goes to him as well. JyanMaara has been taken out of the game. Magicalu is moving forward slowly and steadily, trying to get into the zone, but has been spotted and would like to take down one person. Has taken him down, but his own HP is down to 10. He does not have any first aid. He only has 7 bandages, and that will be the end of it. 15 players alive. SK49 still in that nick of a trouble because he is kind of at an area. He's moving into the zone right now. He knows that the players actually had just went out of him, and he has been spotted. And then this was the end of Deadeye's guys, and also Team Hype. 6 teams remaining, ladies and gentlemen. 12 people alive.
Yeah, this has gotten really intense really fast, and this could be it. Oh no, the last circle on an open road. That is just once again going to force these players to alive. Mad G with just one player and squad number 8 with just one player as well. Squad number 19, they have 4 players with them. And talking about squads with more players, PNGaming is not going to have any more in this game. They are going to be eliminated. We are down to the top 4 teams, and it is PYRO, TM, Mad G, and RL of all things. TM and RL, the last teams you would expect to get the chicken dinner, are the ones still fighting. TM, they have 6 kills. They have the men for themselves. If they play this one perfectly, they can actually make this happen. And being on the last spot, they need this one. They need this one to make the climb. They need this one to stay in the top 24. And can they actually make it happen? Insane is going to go down. Pyro Trev is going to take out Rajak. But the car is going to be blown up. And that could be Kamaz Ahmed if he can get the kills. Mad G being eliminated on the other side. TM, you have to be careful about the side of PYRO. You still have 2 players knocked down. Dominator, you need to fight around the smoke, man. But on the other side, PYRO is going to drop Chico, and Dominator is the only man left standing for the side of TM. This just turned horrible for the team that had everything going in their favor.
Oh my god, everything changed for the team right now. We're on 3 teams and 8 people, ladies and gentlemen. TM, Insane, and RXX actually go down by PYRO, Yama, ES with that M762 barrel, but then Amaz Ahmed is still surviving. Chico wants to move into his player, that is Dominator, just for the cover, but then 4 players from PYRO. Chiku has been taken down by Smokin. These 4 players are ready because it's a 4v1v1 situation. And some shots have been dropped because Dominator needs to be Smokin will be taken down and he will be finished. But then Yama ES needs to spot him because Myth and Yama, they would like to move forward. And the match ends because, oh my god, match actually ended really quickly in this one because I don't know what has happened.
Yeah, none of us expected the game to be over that fast. And as I was saying, RL Red Light, they had everything going for them, but still failed to get the victory. They had 4 players. PYRO were with 3, and that bad engagement coming in did just cost him the chicken dinner on this one.
I would like the way they played this game, even if they played passive or anything, or with a bit of kills. What happened is they managed to take their team in top 3. It all matters if top 4 or top 5 have higher kills or anything, but still, it's a good start.
Yeah, top 3 is definitely a good start for the side of RL, but I think it is a little bit too late, because that is going to be quite unfortunate for them if they fail to climb even with this high of a standing. On the other side, PYRO putting up an amazing performance this time with a lot of kills, were able to collect a lot, especially that play when they collapsed on 2 teams that were already fighting. Hype was there as well. Hype got taken out, and Elementrix was wiped out earlier, so that was a really fast decision, and the moment at which they did it, like the timing was so perfect.
Yeah, that is totally true. I mean, the timing was perfect, the movement was perfect, the way that they passed in, that was perfect, and
it was like all the stars aligned.
Yeah, PYRO took the opportunity.
Yeah.
They knew, okay, Elementrix came, they were wanting to move into the zone. They knew, okay, there was one team that got wiped and we heard the gunshots. So that means if they heard the gunshots really close to them, then they knew the fight was really close to them. They knew if some team was wiped, that just means the other team is putting on their first aids or anything, or maybe reviving their players who got knocked down. So they actually knew how to take advantage of that thing. And one advantage was over Elementrix, the other advantage was over BB, and obviously after that Hype SK49, if you guys just remember that player, he was inside a shack, the whole team just bashed around him, and then when he had the opportunity, he was going into the zone to cross the road, all 4 PYRO players actually shot him, and GG.
That was a good bait coming in from their side. I mean, we saw the smokes and we thought, hey, like, why are you doing this? SK can use this to get away, but apparently that was just a bait for the player of Hype. and it was just an incredible game this time around on Vikendi. Once again, Elementrix, one of the favorites, did not win it. PNGaming, I don't think they are going to be able to make that push and take Nepali Ho Ni's spot. Nepali Ho Ni pretty much securing that first spot for themselves, but being on the first spot is not what's going to be important. It's going to be important to stay in the top 24 if you actually want to qualify for the semi-finals.
Yeah, that top 24 actually matters, and it will all come up to. We'll have to see, as the last, we are slowly proceeding through the last day of these qualifiers, and we'll see which team actually goes to the next round, because that top 24 mark, see, if you're on 24th and 25th and you miss it by just 1 mark, it might be because of that one kill that you did not take. It might be because of that one position point that you did not take. It might be because of your late start of the game. See, just like Red Light, they got to so far in this game, but then it's kind of late, as you said.
Yeah, it's kind of late for that, but we will have to see and wait as to how they are doing in the overall standings that are going to happen later on. But let's not talk about the other teams. Elementrix, going in on that fight, charging in, that was just bad, and I've noticed this with this team as well. They send out one scout, one guy up ahead to see if there is a team there, and that's going to be it. If they see someone, they are just going to go in.
They would want to go in, they would want to move as soon as they can, they would want to barge in that area and just try to find the perfect opening. But then, see, sometimes, just sometimes, those skills, sometimes they don't work for you. You want to go with the plan A, but your opponent team has already countered your plan A in their mind. Knowingly or unknowingly, they have already countered your plan A. And it's kind of difficult to think of a plan B at that time. Maybe even if you have a plan B, you just are not able to give that call, because you're like, no, maybe our plan A will counter it. Sometimes, it all just juggles, and that juggle ends up in your opponent's lap, and they just take the game.
Yeah, sometimes that happens, but let's have a look at the stats for this game and see what has been happening with these teams and where they are. Team PYRO obviously getting the chicken dinner with 30-point play coming in. TM officials, look at this. The teams are on the last 2 spots. TM officials, Red Light, this time around are in the top 2 for this game. TM officials on the 2nd, Red Light on the 3rd, Magi on the 4th, Deadeye Guy is taking the 5th, PNGaming taking the 6th spot, Team Hype on the 7th, and Team T2K are gonna be on the 8th.
Yeah, as of now, these were our top 8, as we guys can see. But the table that actually concerns this at this one was Elementrix on 9th, BB ByeBye on 10th. Early exits, that the thing that they actually took. But then JyanMaara was out there on 11th, RivalsX on 12th, Vibes on 13th. Vibes did really good in the previous match of Miramar, if I'm not wrong. Team Extreme on 14th, Team SB on 15th, and TDP. This is like TDP. I mean, they did some mistakes in this match, and that actually cost them. We would want to see them move further and further, but this match can actually be a game changer for some teams that were behind them, and they can fall down some placement points in the overall, I think.
Yeah, overall are definitely going to change based on this, because this was the last set of games for these groups. Tomorrow we are going to have different groups, and that is going to be the last set of games for them as well in the group stages. But for now, let's have a look at the MVP for this game and see who got the most kills for the winning team, and it is going to be PYRO Treves with 6 kills, 636 damage, 29 minutes, like .29-minute survival time, and 6 kilometer distance traveled.
I mean, it's a good number, to be honest. The kill amount and the damage amount, it's a good combination. He had 6 kills for his team. His team did extremely well, and he had a big role in that, no doubt. See, once these things happen, these kind of stuff happen to you, you know how to climb up that ladder of chickenness slowly and surely. If you remember, PYRO is that team that got 1v4'd in the first day, and right now in the same map of Vikendi. Right now they knew what their mistakes were, they knew how to capitalize on them, they knew how to show that firepower, and PYRO did it incredibly. PYRO Treves did it insanely, to be honest.
Yeah, and you have to figure out your mistakes right now, because afterwards you will be moving on towards the semi-final stages where things are just gonna get tough, because the scoreboard is gonna be reset, but the teams are gonna play on to move towards the finals, and in the finals it's gonna be even more tough, because that is where you have to win those chicken dinners. That is where you need to be getting those kills consistently. You need to be consistent with your finishing position, because from there you will move on to the Pro League.
Yeah, and Pro League. See, the road to Pro League is kind of a tough one because
Yeah.
each and every team out here is the best of the best of the best, and we'll have to see which team actually stands out at the best tomorrow, because tomorrow will be
Yeah.
the last day. But then today's overall standings will be right in front of you guys, because today every team had their homework, every team did all the goods and bads, and I would want to see. And TDP,
Oh.
with just 1 point in this game, TDP got the first position.
Interesting.
That is amazing. That is insanely amazing. Oh yeah, they had chicken dinner in the previous
Yeah.
game.
Oh,
and
they
that
had two,
actually-
yeah.
Yeah, that actually helps them. But then, this is the first team to have 3-digit placement points.
Yeah.
This is the first. This is the second highest kills team. The first highest is Rivals X with 69 kills, and out there on second position is Nepali Ho Ni. Third is PNGaming. We talked about Rivals X right now. They are on fourth. Elementrix, they are on fifth. They started the day with fifth position. They are still on fifth position. Team PYRO has climbed up the ladder a bit with this chicken dinner. They are on sixth position right now. A1 eSports would like to come back. Right, this team is known
Yeah.
for its comebacks, and it would like to come back when it will play its game tomorrow. But right now they are on 7th, and JyanMaara is out there on 8th position.
Yeah, all these teams just put up an amazing numbers. Team Pyro as well. On the other side, Team Extreme are gonna be on the 9th. Team T2K are gonna fall down to the 10th. Vibes 11th, Wolves Den 12th, Team Hype 13th, Rising Nepal X on the 14th, INES on the 15th, Ultimate Bang on the 16th, and the point drop is just getting bigger and bigger as we go down. So far we have seen those consistent teams. Look at this, INES Ultimate Bang even with those chicken dinners are down to the 15th and the 16th position. So getting those chicken dinners in the early stages was good, but you had to be consistent with that. And A1 Esports was one of ByeBye on the 20th, SBA on the 21st. Moving on to the next 8, we have Deadeye Guys on the 17th, SOLTISQUAD on the 18th, Mad G on the 19th, BB ByeBye on the 20th, SBA on the 21st, Damn Classy on the 22nd, KTM Rage on the 23rd, TM Official on the 24th, just on the verge of making it in. And we have to see if the teams behind TM Official, are they lacking really far behind? Just 1 point difference with TM Official and R3D Devils on the 25th, JAZEERA on the 26th, WGxNoRules on the 27th, 1971 Gladiators on the 28th, 29th being taken by Team 7C, KS Axe on the 30th, Defrio on the 31st,
Actually shows that this.
and Red Light on the 32nd.
I mean, see, Red Light had a good run in this game, but
Yeah.
then they are still on 32nd. That actually shows. That just shows that this was a late start for them. So they'll have to learn from this mistake, that a late start is gonna obviously cost them their position. But
Yeah.
right now they are just 3 or 4 points behind from 31st team. I mean, if they have their matches tomorrow, they would like to capitalize on that thing. They would like to move up the ladder as much as they can. And TM, that started at 31st, is on 24th right now. They climbed up the ladder to a bit of a safe spot, is one thing.
But for them, the only thing that can make them qualify is if the teams below them have a horrible day and bomb really hard, finishing with 0 kills, and all of them just end in a bad standing. That's the only thing that can save TM and make them move on to the semi-finals. But let's have a look at the top 5 overall players, best players for this game, and see who landed where. We have TDP on top, overall players, TDP on top with 26 kills to his name. Oh, okay. On top has been like he just lit the map on fire on Miramar. Once again with 5,551 damage and 5 headshots. A lot of 5s in there. On the second position, we have Demon from TX with 24 kills, 4,752 damage and 7 headshots. Then we have Rivals Trigger with 22 kills, 3,112 damage and 5 headshots. Rivals Noob with 19 kills to his name, 4,056 damage and 4 headshots. And Lake OP with 19 kills, 33 damage and 4 headshots to his name as well. On top, once again, the man is a god with the high ground. Like, he knows how to spot, and he's pretty accurate.
He is incredible when it comes to high ground spotting, like Miramar.
Yeah.
I mean, Miramar, you can call Miramar as TDP's map. Yesterday also on top, went on top, but then no doubt that was not his game. But right now, he knew wherever their players are, he was trying to just go for trial and error, trying to spray through that, and if the shot connects, through the smoke also, if the shot connects, he was like, okay, there is a smoke. There may be a person, maybe. So why don't I just spray? That gamble actually worked. He sprayed on the through the smoke, and it hit a person. He just knew where to keep his crosshair after that, and he just did it. That spray worked. He got one kill, and the next time he got another kill, and that was a really good strategy.
And we have seen this as well, because usually last time I remember seeing this was when there was a tree, another player was like quite far off to the right side of the tree, and there was a smoke in front of them. So the player shooting the other guy was so the player shooting was like focused on the bottom right edge of the tree, just because that is where people are most likely to hide. They will try and peek you, they will try and find a way to have the advantage in the fight when the smoke dissipates, but that is the most common hiding spot. And sometimes you just try that, you go for that blind spot on the usual spot where people like to stand and just see if it works.
Yeah, if it works, it works. But meanwhile, we've talked about TDP. Let's go and talk about Rivals and Nepali Ho Ni, the team that will come back tomorrow for contesting. And let's talk about their hit-to-hits, because these two teams are looking really good. 69 kills, that is good. 64 kills for Nepali Ho Ni, that is also really good. And out here, 12189 is the total damage, and 11110 is the damage of Nepali Ho Ni. I mean, both the teams have 10,000 plus damage, so that means that is their domination. Just 5 kills behind is Nepali Ho Ni from Rivals X, and 300. Look at the distance covered. The distance between both the teams, it's like 100 kilometers of distance. Is like that's a lot.
Yeah, that is definitely a lot. But here's the thing that differentiates these two teams as well. Rivals X have played all their games. Nepali Ho Ni still have 4 to go. So with 4 games more to go, Nepali Ho Ni, will they step up big tomorrow? That is one question that only they can answer. But talking about headshots, look at this, 14 headshots from their side, 3 grenade kills. That is just incredible. Rival X, once again, they started out slow, if you remember. As the tournament started, it started out quite slow, but have stepped up big during these later stages and have been putting up amazing performances so far.
Yeah, and that amazing performance actually shows. Rivals Noob and Rivals Divine, these two players, commendable job by them. Like, really, to be honest, if I'll say there are a few players that you can see: TDP Utsarka, TDP on top, Elementrix and Shagar, Rivals Noob, Rivals Divine, Hype Gurkha. If you guys want 7 CRUs, if you guys want to come into competitive, the viewers, the lovely viewers that are watching, if you want to come into competitive, you can follow their gameplay, you can follow their strategies. Like, you're watching this stream, and after the stream and see you guys are gonna go home, gonna go and play the game, and you'll be like, oh, I saw this in Miramar today. A player named as On Top went on top, and he just sprayed out there and he got some kills. Maybe I should try it. Maybe that thing works. And this is the beauty of the game. You learn a new skill each and every day. That's one of the things that I actually like this game.
Yeah, and watching the professionals, you learn a lot of things from them. As you said, watching On Top is gonna, like, learning his play style is gonna help you dominate on Miramar. Learning from Shagar is gonna help you land those amazing sniper shots. Aruz's play style is just gonna help you survive. And we will have more amazing teams tomorrow. But today, this was it. We'll be back tomorrow with some amazing action. And until then, take care. Bye-bye.